Ladies and gentlemen, both at home and in the crowd, it's grand final time now on Championship Sunday here at EGL Liverpool. I'm joined with Toby, I'm joined with Fallout, and of course we have Elliot on the stage for a little bit of interview later on. How's it going, gentlemen? Looking forward to this one?
Oh my gosh, looking forward to is an understatement. This has been the tournament of round 13s, I think. The amount of round 13s we've had, how close every match has been. Even Space Station has been in some hairy situations. It's been a great event, and I think it's going to be a great finals to send us off.
Each and every match has been so eventful, so interesting. 7-6s, as you said, across from beginning to end, and rivalries built up alone in this tournament, I think, and going into the grand final. It's the two teams you expected, right? But who knows what can occur?
Yeah, who knows? I want to recap that last game with you guys, obviously, Toby, watching from the crowd. What were your thoughts on that? Regal, they showed up, but Lucent clutching up at the end there.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of experience showing there in the Lucent side. Some question reaction has perhaps been a negative force at times with the, knocking down mistakes and making them seem worse than they perhaps are. But I think it was actually a bit of a benefit there. I think he got in the heads of the opponents a little bit. He kept his team going and calm at times as well, which is quite interesting. But also kept the energy up as well on the round losses and kept it going for them.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think this is Reaction's event then? Could this be the return of the king?
The return of the king, the undisputed king. That was for sure. You can't deny that. Reaction was the god back in the day. But look, I don't know what it is. This Space Station squad seems to have his number. Ever since they split ways after Gears of War Ultimate Edition, it's been all Space Station all day. Reaction against this Regal Reserve squad played amazing. You saw him drop 30 plus on Forge Blitz. But against the Space Station squad, it's a different reaction. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I don't know if their playstyles don't work well, or at least it favors Space Station. I want to see Reaction turn up in the same exact way. He, of course, plays home hills for this team, so it's a little bit harder for him to throw up those numbers. Of course, as I say that, he did drop 30 at home hills on Forge Blitz before.
That's right. And on the other side, Space Station, you mentioned, they have his number. They've had his number in the past. Such a calm and collected roster. They don't get caught up in the banter, the hype that we see, what we saw just then. Do you think that plays in their advantage, that they're not going to get riled up by his antics?
I think for Space Station, it's business as usual. I only see them, really being impacted by that kind of characteristic of Reaction and Lucent if they do start going down significantly. Personally, I don't see that happening, even as eventful as this event been. I keep using that phrase, but it really, it really is the case. I can't think of anything else. But yeah, indeed, I think Space Station will take it on their stride, business as usual, and yeah, I do fancy them going into it.
Sweet. Well, I guess we should probably get on to the picks and bans then, as that's going to really determine how this is going to go down. Of course, on the screen, Space Station will ban first. They're going to ban out Harbour. No surprises there as Lucent. Then ban out Foundation. This is going to be Dam, perhaps. Here it is. Ye old faithful. Space Station picking Dam.
Reclaimed.
Reclaimed. Reclaimed gets dropped in as that second map. We're going to see that for sure. Space Station banning out Forge Blitz, and then Impact going to be the last ban from Lucent, which leaves Lift as the final map of the series. Fallout, any surprises there, really?
No, I was expecting maybe another Forge Blitz pick from Lucent. They changed it up. They go Reclaimed here, which is really interesting. But other than that, Forge Blitz being banned by Space Station, I think was smart. Of course, they know that this Lucent squad really loves Forge Blitz. I would have liked to have seen a little bit of a risky Foundation pick by Lucent. Instead of banning Foundation, you ban Dam, which we all know how great of a team they are in Dam, and you allow Foundation to slip through. They should have known that Dam was going to come through. I'm not sure if I agree with that.
Toby?
I think going on the previous match, Lucent, they had opportunities to capitalize on Dam. They gave away a few rounds while we were casting them. We believed Phelpsy, of course, clutching up, but more so maybe on Lucent's end, not capitalizing and not being as consistent as you'd please. So maybe they just want to go back at it, work on it, and play just as they were, but hopefully not make those mistakes and perhaps take the map that way. I would have liked to see Foundation as well, actually. I think that's a good map to really take it to them. A strong map for them. Reclaimed, it's a bit different. I don't necessarily agree or disagree with the pick. But it really does depend how the two teams show up, and it's a strong map for Space Station. At this point, they've got Foundation, Dam, and Reclaim pretty much on lockdown. The question is, how can other teams perform in it? If Lucent fancy themselves in it, then so be it. Yeah. Try picking that to be different.
I'm looking forward to the 1v1 Crim versus Reaction. I believe it's going to be Reaction down low on Reclaim. That's going to be a good one.
Assuming it's going to be a 1v1.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, we may see those trick strats come out. We are going to move on to the predictions, though. I mean, maps and bans, they look look like advantage Space Station, from the start. But, well, let's go to the predictions anyway. Let's find out what you guys think. Fallout, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I did say 2-1. It was actually very close to a 2-1 last time around. We saw a 7-5 nearly taking that Forge Blitz map. This time around, yes, Lucent's a little bit more warmed up. They had a nice losers bracket final to get themselves ready for this. But I just sense the 2-0 from Space Station coming nice and quick. This team is too dominant. Jack, if he plays the way he played alongside Crazed and team, it's going to be tough to beat. I do see Space Station taking this 2-0, but I hope it's a little bit better, a little bit closer.
Yeah, I believe this grand final is taken back in the winners bracket final. It's going to be 2-0 for me. And even if somehow Lucent can beat them here, somehow in this best of 3 series, they'd have to beat them again. And that's something to consider going into this one. It's looking bleak for Lucent, as good as they've been playing. But yeah, I think you can't bet against Space Station now, even with the roster change, which has been successful in my opinion, judging from the gameplay. I think most people would agree. Everything's going for them at this point in time. Space Station 2-0.
Yeah, that's something we should probably cover, actually, is the format with it being 2 brackets. We're seeing Lucent come up from this loser bracket final, which does mean that even if they do manage to overcome the odds here, they do manage to take that first series, we see a 2-1 or 2-0 to Lucent, they've then got to play again. And that's something that it's taxing to think about, right? We've seen this situation before, teams coming up and just it's such a long process for them to actually even think about winning.
Yeah, it's a little wild. But I hope they put up a show. I really do. At the end of the day, it's 5 maps maximum. Oh, sorry, I take that back. 6 maps maximum if it goes the distance of the distance, which is just one night of scrimming. You can just look at it that way in addition to the entire day of Gears of War that they've played. But still, I would like to see this one go the distance. It'd be an amazing sight to see. It's not impossible. This Lucent squad has the skill. We've seen Cougars pop off. I mean, out of this world. Play incredibly well. So I do think there's an opportunity. They match up decently well. I think, in my opinion, the biggest X factor, all eyes on Reaction. If he can perform, if he can elevate his squad and keep them hyped, I think we can see a decent showing here by Lucent.
Yeah, I agree. And I know the predictions underlay. Just shut off there quickly. I didn't actually give my own prediction, which I saw they were waiting for. But I'm going to join you guys. I can't bet against Space Station. They're undefeated so far. They've not dropped a map yet. They have been very, very close to dropping a map against Regal.
Yep. Twice.
But this ain't Regal. This is Lucent, and they seem to have their number last time they came up against them.
Yeah, exactly. It's really, for some reason, I mentioned it before, I've yet to see Reaction play incredibly well or even beat the likes of Crazed and Phelpsy, who have been the most dominant players in Europe since the end of Gears of War 3, all the way through Ultimate Edition, and of course Season 1 and Season 2 of the Gears Pro Circuit here in Gears of War 4. It's been great to see Europe on the map this season, though. Mm-hmm. This team has performed so well. The last 3 events, top 3 placements, a 2nd place finish in Las Vegas, 3rd place in New Orleans. We'll see what they do in San Diego, but this is an important grand finals to test the waters with the new 5th going into this event.
Yeah, and as you say that, the new 5th, the rosters do come up on the screen here right now. Space Station on the left-hand side this time around, Lucent on the right, and we see Crazed. Jack, that new pickup, formerly known as Godfex, coming in from Aerox pretty much last minute into this event, and so far been showing up, showing what he's about. Phelpsy Crimson, and of course Hydrone finishing out that roster. Lucent on the other hand, Zorkos, Physics, Reaction, Cougars, and Fractures. These are going to be your grand finalists, and as we say that, Damn is about to kick off. So Toby, Fallout for one last time. Take it away, gentlemen. Have a good one this time.
Thank you so much, Drew. And I could not be more excited to be delivering the grand finals alongside my good friend Toby Campbell. It is good to be back, my friend, on European soil, casting alongside you for the first time since Paris in April of 2017. It's crazy to think.
Been a long time indeed, but boy, has it been coming. EU scene has been loud, as you mentioned, in Season 2 especially. And here we are, grand final time once again for an EGL Gears Open in Liverpool. Yep. Cannot wait to get this one underway, John.
Could not agree, and would love to leave it to the chat here. I know there's been a lot of conversation about what is the roster in Europe that can contend with the Space Station squad. Marsh, of course, all eyes on him to see what type of play he makes. Who will he end up teaming with? I've seen this event has been a great indication of the talent pool that exists in Europe. Really interested to see how things break down, but for now, we have a great match ahead of us. Lucent Esports versus Space Station in our grand finals. A test for Lucent. Space Station, another day in the office, but a test for International Gears to see how they bode with their new 5th.
Let's start off with Cougars then, shall we, on this platform where Phelpsy has been dominating in this previous map and match where these two played. as he's walking towards baby steps. Phelpsy, speak of the man, he does get the ice breaker here. Cougar, that was fantastic movement. Godfex will fall down, already overextended to the Sea Hill, so not afraid to get right up into the faces of EU's best.
He's going to get his health back here. 1v1 opportunity. It's a pure 1v1, and Cougars, what a start from him. He takes out Jack, he takes out Krim, and Cougars is single-handedly keeping his team alive in this one. And he's not done yet. He's out for blood. Jack's going to get tagged up. Back A is going to be hit here. Can he connect for the down? No, not yet. The respawn's coming through from Krim, and that's going to be enough. He'll go down, but Cougars, a good start from him.
Yeah, most definitely, and good play from Godfax, holding his nerve. A very important 1v there. B Hill, of course, was captured at the end by Lucent Esports. Space Station, of course, overextending. Not too surprised with that, but Space Station will have to regroup now and try and go for that B Hill.
Nice kill picked up from Jack. Still on board with him. Team kill's going to come through from Krim. Craze gets taken out. Jack full red, going to get tagged up and down. Meat shield opportunity going to be picked up by Physics here. And just like that, it looks like the B Hill control will stay in favor of Lucent as they are down by about 20 to 30 points. And they're going to want to hold this 2-cap setup. Let's see what strategy they opt for in this hold. Looking over the map and check it out. Actually, as I say that, looks like there's actually some pushing going through.
Yeah. Fractures getting up close and personal. Reaction getting a kill as well, so they're still trying to be aggressive at this point in time. Very difficult thing to do. Meanwhile, they had the double cap. I was about to praise them for that, but they're still hungry. They still want this triple cap, despite the short respawn timer and their opponents. Big wraparound shot from Reaction. It's a trade, though, with Phelpsy. The countdown is coming through. Cog domination denied, as Space Station do hold on for now.
And this is why they got to be careful, though. 3 kills going to be picked up in a row here, and this is where Space Station is such a good team at countering on this map. You have the break, you have the point lead, but Space Station is going to be able to gain control of that B Hill, and they're so good at holding that, pushing that 3-cap and securing it. So if I'm Lucent, you're going over strategies, and you're remembering the amount of time that Space Station stole around with a 3-cap domination, and you cannot allow that to happen. It's absolutely demoralizing, especially for the likes of Reaction, who's a very emotional leader at that.
As I mentioned, it was a great effort actually to get the double cap back after losing their home hill initially. But unfortunately, that triple cap attempt did not work. Here is the defense from Space Station now. Hydron cleans up Physics. Brilliant movement on offer. And Craze taking down Cougar. So that should be the B fights shut down and defended for Space Station as they're just about taking the score lead here.
I love the way Hydron played that. He knew he had the support of his teammates, so he just stayed alive, worked the wide angle, let his teammates do the rest. Jack can pick up a kill on Reaction, and now it looks like Space Station is content with this 2-cap, and you gotta understand why. They currently have the lead, 180 to 175. It's a close one. Lucent is gonna need a 2-cap in the next 10 seconds. If not, they're gonna need at least a 3-cap to win this round.
Yep, you see Physics, another player flying across to the enemy's home hill. And here comes the push at B2. Krim on our screen as he defends against Fractures. Zorkos wins his 1B meanwhile. 205, 206. Is C gonna be broken in time? No, it is not. Space Station will take this round.
Well done by Space Station in that one. We saw a good start from Cougars, but not the best initial from Lucent. It looks like Space Station had the advantage early. They took a 30-point lead. Lucent was able to regain control of that B Hill and hold the setup, and actually went for a 3-cap domination, Toby, and I think that cost them. I would like to see them hold their setups a little bit better. They picked up 2 kills. You get the break. You have to value your life at that point. It comes down to who wins what shotgun fights, but now, look at that. A drop shot placed low side. Is that something you think we could expect from Lucent throughout this entire match?
I mean, they're evidently trying to change it up straight away. Yeah. They've already played this map. If they're considering a continuation of that map, yeah, throw down some extreme weapon placements from the get-go after playing them today in this very scenario. Change it up. I do like this, but it is that pit, the coveted pit, where Space Station do love fighting. It's not the boom shot, though. It is the drop shot. Let's see if Lucent can perform in the shotgun department.
On board with Zorkos right now. He's holding that Sam. He's going to miss an easy roll shot. He's going to want that one back. This is his second one after that. Finally, his teammate Physics is going to pick up the kill. Here's Zorkos going to get taken out. So not the most efficient right there was Zorkos with his life.
Hydro. Very good on these pipes, but he is going to get outnumbered. And this time, Lucent, they will win that initial. They will get the drop shot. Question is, are they going for that triple? It does seem like the case. They do need to get these hills very quickly, though. The short respawn timer is there.
Look how long it took to get to that C hill, though. Again, they're going to let Zorkos off the spawn grab it, which might have cost them. It's not going to matter if they lose the A hill as well. Drop shot not going to connect from Physics. And he's also going to want that one back, because now 2 caps to 1 will be the count. Physics trying to stay alive. 2 drop shots to play some defense here.
A little bit too easy so far for Space Station to defend these attacks on their home hill. 2 members just fall straight away for Lucent. Drop shots used 2 for no kills. There they are trying to defend the B hill now. Physics does find Phelpsy. Great shotgunning. Jack should fall. And Lucent do hold on for now.
Well done right there. I'd like to see a little bit better drop shot use from Physics right there. Not much of an impact when they were capping that B hill. Let's see if we can connect for this one. No, not going to make that one happen either. So 3 drop shots, no kills for Physics in this. But still, they do have control of the 2 hill situation. Space Station, we know how good they are at the 3 cap counter. Hydrone, though, not going to help the cause by getting taken out over by Pit.
Yeah, Phelps, he just hiding back. Wasn't providing too much support. Only Lancer fire there. Jack hiding out here as well as Cougars does seem to have his number. Out damages him out of range.
Yeah, looks like
Lucent too slowed down for him.
Yeah, looks like the revive will come through. 5 on 4. Hydrone, of course, now up 5 on 5. He's back in the fight here in just a moment. Let's see how Space Station's going to play this. Looks like they're opting for a pit side push, but it looks like Lucent is all over it with the counter. Actually, playing with aggression is Lucent. Playing to win as opposed to not to lose, but Reaction didn't necessarily have the support he was looking for there. He got taken out, and now a good opportunity for for Space Station to do it again.
Unsure actually as to why Jack jumped on that cover, given Lucent were so far back and Space Station so close. Not sure if he missed the rotation across, but more players definitely have arrived here for Space Station. Drop shot will be up soon. Cougar's just hiding around the corner. Phelps is very close to it as well.
You know, wonder, Toby, is that Team Comms, a team that speaks 3 different languages, there's going to be some lapses in communication, and that might have been one of them there. Jack didn't get the support he was maybe looking for. We don't know what their comms were like, but now Phelpsy, speaking of a good drop shot player, he gets 1 kill with it off the bat. Reaction trying to keep their team alive right now. 165 Fractures doing the exact same 3-on-3 situation. This is going to be an intense one. It all comes down to these last 3 kills. Looks like Phelpsy will be able to pick up at least one of them. 3 cap domination coming through, but Phelpsy's going to shut it down. A hill and C hill being decapped, but I think the defense is in. Physics is there. 192. Phelpsy gets taken out here. 5 on 4 situation. Lucent is holding on by a thread. Crim's going to take out Fractures. All eyes on that C hill, though. Is anyone there? No. Lucent Esports going to get their first point on the board here.
There you have it. Not too different then to the previous map, as Lucent do get on the scoreboard early. Phelpsy, of course, making great use of that drop shot.
And it looks like we're favoring the underdog here in the crowd in Liverpool, aren't we? I like to see it. Reaction right now, of course, the captain of this team, trying to get his team in it, trying to keep them positive. Weapon decision, placement for Space Station. Looks like
boom shot?
Looking up top.
Nothing.
Oh my gosh.
We can't even tell right
Say
now
it ain't
if
so.
they're changing or
Say
not.
it ain't so. Actually, say it is so. I would love to see a boom shot top. We'll let you know.
It's just
it's a block. Okay. Playing with our emotions,
Turn the
Phelpsy.
alarm.
Play with our emotions.
I mean, either way, Space Station, they've played countless times in this pit for a powerful weapon in the form of the boom shot. Drop shot, it's not too different in terms of strategy. You play it the same way, just a different weapon as an end product. Yep. Physics, we criticized them and perhaps not using it as effectively. Phelpsy used it very well indeed. It's usually Physics with that drop shot, so if they do get a hold of it, perhaps don't go for that triple cap straight away, Lucent. Sit back, utilize that drop shot a bit better instead.
On board now. Zorko's going to get taken out. Looks like all red at the bottom of your screen. As I say that, Reaction and Fractures are going to neutralize with 3-on-2 situation in favor of Space Station right now, and a drop shot in the hands of Hydrone. So they're looking strong. That B hill going to be captured by Reaction and Fractures, who win the fight on the other side of the map. And they're just going to live to stay alive as long as they can. Looks like their team will respawn and get their home hill. That's the C hill. Oh, a weird drop shot there.
Yep, very odd, but does it even matter as Reaction is cleaned up by Craze? They should get B control now, and they will. A hill, not going to be contested, of course. Space Station taking it a little bit slower. I think Hydron just asked for a revive off Phelpsy. I'm not even sure what's going on right now.
Maybe he's glitched.
Yeah, perhaps
having some fun.
He's a little bit glitched. I'm not sure.
Is he back? I think we're back. Hydrone, we made it. Earth to Hydrone.
Overhead man.
Space Station, Paul.
Oh, hello. While all that's going on, Lucent Esports are rotating all the way around the C hill. And Phelpsy just said, you know what, I'm going to shoot you. Shoot you in the face.
Something happened. We don't know what happened. We'll find out after the game. But Physics going to get taken out here, pushing wide into spawn against Jack here.
Brilliant positioning, though. You've got to give it to Godfect way back as Lucent were caught out there on that strategy. Zorko sitting back. Does get the break. Capture probably not possible, no. Craze will come around the flank. So red, but it doesn't matter. A little bit of roadie run straight. Zorkos finds Craze. Good job from him. But that push will lead to nothing again. Lucent are ineffective in that sense. Lots of attacks. quite unsuccessful in comparison, in contrast to Space Station. Perhaps they need a little bit more snappiness in that regard.
Yeah, definitely. Space Station's ability to execute and finish is unparalleled, not only in Europe, but in all of North America as well. Of course, in the International Gears Pro circuit. Now, Lucent does have 2 cap control. Of course, it didn't help that Hydron had to get team killed because of some sort of glitch. Not sure what happened there. Cougar's going to get taken out, though. 5-on-4 situation. Hydron's certainly not glitched now. You see his movement and him snapping into it, as now the push will come. Krim picks up the drop shot. It looks like they're actually going to push before that drop shot comes. So it might be a 4-on-4 right now for Lucent. Not sure if they recognize it, but they should try and take their numbers.
I mean, Space Station are quite split up now, and as such, they're posing for that drop shot to rotate. They're really setting up for a big push on the B hill. Perhaps a triple cap later on is in their mind. Meanwhile, Krim gets the double. Effective drop shot usage here once again from Space Station. Physics does hold on, but great teamwork as Phelpsy is kept alive for Space Station. 5 down. 5 down. Space Station again doing what they do so incredibly well. A Hill's going to be decapped, so is that B Hill. Is anyone in range from Lucent Esports to get the break? Reaction's going to be the first. He tries, he breaks it, but can he stay alive long enough? Nice job by Jack just ignoring Reaction and actually going for the second line of offense. He takes out one, but the Krim drop shot comes through. Fractures taken out. Jack full red, trying to stay alive, surviving by the skin of his teeth, as it looks like Space Station should be able to do it. They recognize, hey, we don't have to win the domination. We can win off of points, 210 to be exact. Smart play once again from Jack, a double. He makes it look so easy. And as you said, the score will continue to tick down while this offensive was being carried out. Space Station have the advantage, and they will clean up in style, even with a triple cap there, taking the lead once again. Very well played indeed.
Very well played. And I got to point out, 14 kills for Jack already. Only 3 rounds played. Man, I got to say, I was skeptical. I was curious coming into this tournament about this pickup. Didn't know much about this Godfex character, and he has performed in every showing I've seen so far. Early on, he played a little bit timid. He played more of a support role. Wasn't necessarily bad. He just valued his life a lot more. He was told 2 matches ago, well, actually 1 match ago, that he needs to let loose. He needs to show his raw skill, and he has done exactly that, performing so well. I cannot wait to see him against the likes of Optic Gaming, Echo Fox, and Ghost Gaming over in North America.
Performing well under pressure as well, many would argue, given such a difficult role to, or shoes or boots to fill, if you will. And he's definitely lived up to the Space Station GG brand now that's been built up in Europe. Frag grenades have been placed down, meanwhile, on top of the platform. You'd expect players to perhaps go for a quick pickup on that, as most of the attention is fixed on the drop shot. Phelpsy opening things up here, and Jack on our screen once again. Fractures will take him down.
This time, Fractures going to get the best of him. Fractures, though, full red, gets shut down as well. Reaction with some nades in his hand. He's going to actually just toss one to try and keep his teammate alive. Instead, he'll do the opposite. He'll take him out as he was downed. Phelpsy in a 1v, and going to connect for a nice kill on Zorkos as well. It's been all Space Station. All game, it's really felt like. I know Lucent was able to steal that round away, but since that round, it's been really Space Station completely dominating.
Yeah, it's looking like the dam of previous was a little bit better for Lucent thus far. The Space Station seem to have everything going for them at the moment. B Hill being decapped as well. Space Station asserting themselves in that area of the map. And now, Lucent, they're just going to slow it down. They're going to set up, wait for their players to respawn in full, and then plan an attack accordingly. 3 players already close up to that walkway there for Space Station. They know where Cougars is, found a drop shot, not going to connect. But the setup remains as strong. Only now are Lucent trying to regroup and looking towards the push, but I'm actually surprised. Look at the overhead. Cougars is pushed in on his lonesome. No player is nearby there. I think he just tried to risk his life to get that drop shot, but that might cost him. You can see around Hydro now on his screen. Space Station are moving in on that numbers advantage. They've made it another one. They've snowballed into a potential triple cap. And here they are knocking on the door of Lucent Esports.
On board now with Fractures. 5 kills, 2 downs to his name. So Fractures, who is an explosive player, we're used to seeing him at least at 10 to 15 kills at this point in the game. Want to see him go off like we know he can. He was, of course, very vocal in that match against Regal Reserve. Definitely not a man that's lost for words. Fun player to watch as well. Going to tag one up here, get some good shots over towards that A-Hill, as he's now going to just rotate over and try to push for the overextension.
Yeah, Space Station playing very defensively here, all the way back. There isn't someone in the spawn this time around, though, as we had in Godfax last time. Space Station actually getting lanced out here, as Lucent apply the pressure as much as they possibly can. It's a risky one of that, The Space Station have proven they can defend accordingly, but Lucent seem to have Space Station's number. They're continually backing down and running back to the B Hill, but continually Lucent applying the pressure and surely try and strike very, very soon. Although the numbers don't seem to be on the side. Drop shot is certainly as it goes over the head of one player in the form of Cougars. Here it comes. They're playing for points off Space Station. Here comes Krim as he up-A's Zorkos. Zorkos, meanwhile, does get a drop shot kill in the meantime. Here comes a triple cap. This is the result of the push as they start to succeed in this B fight. Attack. Krim gets a kill back. Phelpsy as well, but it is going to be Lucent Esports winning this team fight in B as there is an eruption on the main stage. As they get loud and they get rowdy. It's 2-2, John.
Wow. And you hear the crowd react as well in this one. Just as we say that Space Station has dominated, Lucent going to turn things around. I see Papa Cougars and Cougars' brother in the crowd here as well, coming out to support his son and his brother. Awesome to see the family here supporting. And what an event this has been. So many community members coming from all around. Big shout out to Queen from Sweden, making it to almost every European Gears event, supporting in a major way. Big shout to Boss Man. Had a chance to meet him. It's been a pleasure so far. One of the most positive influences in this community I've seen. Overall, it's been a great event, and I think the gameplay has definitely followed. 2-2 right now is a score, as Boltox placed kind of a throwaway weapon for Space Station.
Yeah, no doubt about that. We've seen it time and time again. Don't see it influencing things too much on this baby stats. Keep an eye out for that quick pickup, of course, of the frag grenades. Reaction was able to get them before. But now we will definitely turn our attention to this drop shot fight. Hydrone is known for succeeding against the best in the game in this very scenario. It's Physics who's been going up against him time and time again. He is the victor this time around as Lucent gained the numbers advantage. Zorkos looking for that pickup of the drop shot.
Yep. Nice initial from Physics. Craze though. Not going for the revive there. Oh no. Again, perhaps the communications barrier. Not going for the revive, instead going for the kill. He could have picked up his teammate. Reaction could have gotten the kill with nades, and Physics would both be alive right now. Instead, it will be Space Station that wins this initial. Again, the small things that make the difference. And you can't blame them by any means, but Fracture's, though, going to turn up with a nice kill of his own. And again, you can't blame them. It's a team that speaks 3 different languages, Spanish, French, and English on one squad. You try doing it at home is all I'm going to say.
Yep, they don't stick to one language, do they? They pretty much use all 3, as we've learned this event. As the initial clearly ends, Space Station the victors, evidently. They get the 2 caps very quickly indeed, start the setup on the pumping station. And clearly the reaction from Lucent is to pose themselves on the platform side of the map. Perhaps looking for a home hill push. I mean, just look at the bottom right of your screen, folks. I think that's Jack probably, once again, just setting way back in the spawn. Not sure if Lucent are aware of that just yet. Drop shot, of course, is fresh in the hands of Krim. 4 shots remaining. The push is going to continue in this spawn.
Nice kills. Nice shots from Zorkos right there. Reaction going to take out Craze as they down him with the Lancer. Well played. Jack's just going to bury himself deep into that spawn. Not sure if they're going to get the down just yet. Reaction does finish that kill, but a revive's going to come through. And I think Reaction realizes it. So rather than going for the kill, they're going to let him get back up. They're going to go for the C Hill instead. A nice reaction shot from Krim right there is going to keep him alive and keep him in it. Krim full red finally gets down. Now, Reaction needs to turn and be careful for the home hills as that player was going to be respawning. Jack somehow sneaks away to the B Hill, manages to stay alive. Is full red. Jack against Jack Reaction, and ultimately it's the team firing that helps Reaction come out on top.
A little bit different then, I guess you can say, from Lucent Esports as they continue to push into spawn despite the hard defense from Space Station. It caught them off by surprise a little bit, potentially.
And so smart from Phelpsy right there. He actually faked wide right and then blind fired left. That was a beautiful, again, small and subtle, but brilliant play to blind fire around the left corner after faking right side. Everyone, you're going to assume the person's going to take the right-hand advantage. Instead, he fakes right, goes left, and gets the kill.
Cougars and Cougars. Drop shots in hand indeed. Fracture's getting the kill though to start things off.
And look at this, he just wasted that drop shot. A down member finally going to pick up a kill there. But he had a down member, he could have gotten a double kill. Instead, he just let that first one fly. Only connects for 1 kill of the 3, but his teammates are picking up any slack. Look at the score here, 125 to 118 is the score. Cougars just got that kill on Jack, aka Godfex. They're going to be pushing up now. 1 more drop shot left for Cougars. He pushes towards Seaside.
Being angled in the back as well, 1 drop shot remaining. Yep, you'd like to see him stay alive or utilize that drop. Phelpsy applying the pressure on left hand. It doesn't matter. He hands out the teabag as he's happy with such a push. B-Hill captured, meanwhile, while all that was going on, though, as Lucent Esports do get the advantage, although there is a bit of a points deficit between them and Spacestation.
That 1v1 between Phelpsy and Cougars could be the difference between Spacestation running away with this round, or sorry, Lucent running away with this round, or Spacestation bouncing back and taking it. I think the latter will happen now. I just get that feeling. 173 to 160. Cougars with the drop shot could have gotten Phelpsy pretty weak there.
Yep, indeed. Zorkos does fly at Krim. Phelpsy and Jack both pick up some very good kills, but it's nail-biting times, John. Look at the score.
No hills in favor of the blue team right now. That's Lucent. Nice shots put in here as well. It's going to be Fractures who gets taken out. B-Hill's going to be back in control. Spacestation. They went off of one. That C-Hill means nothing. And Spacestation, with the amount of kills that they have, should be able to take this. Of course, as I say that, all comes down to this B-Hill. Cougar's not helping the cause. He gets taken out. B-Hill is defended, and it's just like that. Spacestation will come out with the round win. 3-2 is the score in this one.
I think you nailed it on the head, John. That fight earlier on with Cougars had drop shot one in the backpack, but Phelpsy was able to take him down and release some pressure on the home hill long enough for Spacestation to start pushing up to that B-Hill. Perhaps some mistakes being pointed out here.
Yep.
I'm not too sure. Lucent, they don't look as strong as and have such a presence as they did in the previous dam. Do need to stay motivated. They need to carry on, knowing that they're playing against the best team in Europe.
Hammer burst placed. Another throwaway type of drop, I think. Drop shot down low. Frag grenades as well. Big shots by man Elliott in the crowd, getting people excited for this one. Lucent down by one. They need your energy, that's for sure. If you're in the chat and you're a fan of the underdog, get hyped, get excited for this Lucent Esports squad. Can Jack Reaction return to his throne as the king of Europe, or will Crazed, Phelpsy, and the likes of Spacestation continue to dominate?
Here's the man himself. His team is doing well so far. 3 members down for Spacestation. The 2 players pushing up. Cougars with the double as they get a little bit louder. Lucent Esports now rotating for a potential triple cap.
Yeah, well played right there from Lucent. I gotta say, Elliot, that was all you in the crowd as they heard you. They got excited and they dominated this round number 6. Lucent Esports is gonna tie this one up. 3 apiece here in Liverpool, going into a close second half.
Look at that. It's a trade of rounds completely. Spacestation started us off and it was back and full until the conclusion of that first half. So, Lucent can keep their heads held high going into the second half. DF and the E-Hills are upon us. 12-second respawn timer since the 2.8 tuning update. I'm curious, what are the strats going to be like for this one? I mean, if you're going to bring out trick strats now, John, now might be the time.
Yeah, that is very true. We've seen Spacestation do it quite a few times and reclaimed. See if we see it again on Damned. Look like it's going to be a natural base for both teams. One-on-one fight. Going to be Phelpsy that comes out on top. He's really stepped up in the winner's bracket final and the championship final. Hydrone, speaking of stepping up, picks up a kill on Physics as well. Phelpsy going to get another on Fractures. Crazed, full red, no kills, but probably distracted quite a bit, allowing Phelpsy and Hydrone to do their work.
Yeah. Question is the Spacestation going to push? This time they are not. They're all going to bow out and set up on that E-Hill. Lucent Esports coming straight off respawn. And look at that. Sending loads of numbers to the pumping station. They're trying to take out that one player potentially for Spacestation. He's perhaps getting a little bit cut off, but he will get into cover. As Lucent are really applying the pressure here through baby steps.
Yep, I think they did get one down though. I'm not sure. Lucent may have downed one person.
Yeah.
And then here comes the push though. The revive actually, I believe, came in. Cougars takes out Jack here. 5-on-4, opportunity now for Lucent to get this double cap. Looks like they're going to be able to do it with ease. And they are not settled. They want more than the 2 cap. Going for the 3 cap instead. Fractures gets taken out. Perhaps punished for their over-aggression here. Maybe you would have liked them seen him hold a 2 cap instead. Big 1 versus 1. Phelpsy actually going to be at the bottom of that 1 versus Reaction.
Tries to hold a shot, not going to work. Reaction flies straight into the back of Craze. Not even sure if he was aware that player was in that vicinity. There should be a triple. No, just a denial by Physics there on the D-Hill. But Spacestation continue to defend here at the baby steps.
Yep. And again, Spacestation was down 1, 4-on-5. Lucent had a 2 cap, and they went for more. I would have liked them to see them hold that 2 cap. Home and away hills would have been really, really a strong play, especially in the first round of the half. Instead, they're now backs against the wall. They do have another chance, as they are, all spawns are going to come up here.
Yep. Love this from Spacestation. They're all on the same page. They're backing out when necessary, pushing when right to do so. Nice little angle from Krim, and look at the Lancer downs. Immediately they come through, but no, the Spanish players do come out of nowhere. They get 3 kills in quick succession. Phelpsy's in no man's land and should be taken down. Lucent, triple cap opportunity.
Vamos España right there in that one. Is this going to be a double kill picked up for the Spanish duo, as you mentioned, single-handedly putting their team on the back. If you are a Spanish-speaking fan of Gears of War, support these guys. Spain has really been put on the map in this event. Not over yet, though. They need to finish. Again, their inability to finish has been key.
And as soon as they get there, Spacestation have so many numbers off Respawn, and Lucent have no answer to that. Shut down immediately. Reaction left on his own at E. The result of that, Fractures comes late to the party. Outnumbered. Can he do anything? As Cougars does pick up a kill. Still on that corner, but Hydrone starts bouncing and starts picking up those kills.
Look at Hydrone. 18 kills and 4 downs for him. He's really heating up. Zorkos trying to keep his team alive in this one. 175 to 170 is the score. Jack tagged up a little bit. Zorkos going to stay alive, though. They actually opt to not take the 3-on-1. They're going to let them spawn up. It's going to come down to this last fight. Maybe they recognize, hey, we have numbers, we have the point lead. All they need is 1 hill and they win this one. So Lucent is going to have to overextend all the way to the F hill. I think Space Station realizes it. Fractures takes out 1, so does Physics. E hill's broken. All eyes on this F hill. Can they do it? No. 209 was the score, and that's going to be all she wrote. Well played by Space Station, recognizing the situation, backing out, turtling. That is the right time to turtle in that situation.
Some great moments, though, from Lucent, of course, showing that the shotguns are still very much in this tournament, despite some great performances here by Space Station with that very weapon. We're going back and forth still, even into the second half. Power and placement time for Lucent. Will they try and force more of a pit fight once again and force more players over that? Yep, they are exactly going to do that straight off the bat.
Yep, taking a page out of the book from the first half of this match. It's going to be a drop shot placed on the low side. Seemed to work pretty well for them. Look at the stat line. Completely outslaying is the Space Station squad. Craze with 10 kills. You're not used to seeing that, but again, just like Optic Gaming has that secret formula where anyone can step up at any time, I'm sure Craze is happy, more than happy to pass the torch and let some other people step up.
Yep, and I love seeing Zorkos at the top of the scoreboard as well with that kill count. He is known as a slayer. We've talked a lot about Fractures and Cougars, but Zorkos, he can make the difference in a team as well. Great to see him performing.
Reaction, getting taken on early. Jack's going to capture that E-hill. It's looking like it's all Space Station right now. Jack going to pick up a double. He continues to pop off. 24 kills for Jack Toby. And wow, has he not cemented himself as a strong player here?
Most definitely here. Triple cap is going to come through as it was so clean, so quick. 5 members wiped, 5 members left alive, and now that does break the pattern. 2 rounds up our Space Station for the first time in this entire map.
Yep, there you have it. Space Station starting to run away with this one, as we're used to seeing them do in late game. They're a team that sometimes starts a little bit slow. I'm sure they'd prefer to make it a little more stress-free if they can. And now weapon placed high side. We're not sure what that is. Due to the overlay, we'll take a look and let you guys know as soon as we do find out on our end. Drop shot placed. Still on the low side, same position, so expect more of the same, unless it's something big up top. We'll see.
We'll be able to tell if there is something big. I'm sure the strat would change.
Exactly, by the numbers.
2 players going that way.
There must be something.
There must be something. There must be something worth the resources of both teams here. Keep an eye on the bottom left of your screen. On board with Jack, meanwhile. They're playing a lot slower, both teams now, with the reduced numbers, reduced amount of smokes. Boom shot up top, of course. So here comes Jack sneaking round. Zorkos not aware. Physics left alone. It should be a simple pinch. Nicely done from Space Station. Boom shot, though, in the hands of Cougars up top.
They're going to win the 2v2 fight on the high side. Fractures and Jack have been a pretty solid duo. And by Jack, I mean Reaction Jack, my apologies. Have been a pretty solid duo on the high side. And anytime they've had a chance to fight that 2v2, they've won it as far as I'm concerned. 5-3 though is the score, but can't be too panicked. 2 boom shots in the hands of Cougars.
Cougars jump into life there as the triple cap blinked for a second. But choosing to stay passive here at the pumping station, just for the time being. Bringing up the overhead. So Space Station won the initial, you'd argue. They got the 2 cap, and they got map control, arguably, out of that. Yep. Boom shot still fresh for Cougars, and he's right in the center of the map, ready to get going when this push does initiate for Lucent Esports. Drop shots you can hear being fired.
I'm with the Cougars now. If I am Space Station, I'm calling, hey, Marcus has boom shot. When you see Marcus, you run like the plague, but he's going to connect for a boom shot. Can't run from that. Connects for 1 kill. Nice job using that active boom as well. E-hill's going to be broken. Drop shot's going to come. Not going to connect just yet. He misses the quick jump, which of course A then B will get you a little quick hop. He's not going to get taken up by the drop shot though. Somehow, some way, staying alive here. And keep in mind, use that boom shot to your advantage here. In my opinion, they should use that boom to try and tease the 3-cap. Too late now, though.
Yep. Drop shot used to great effectiveness to slow things down. Boom shot more so, though. Brilliant shot on Jack. That's 2 great boom shots from star player of Cougars. But while all that was going on, Spacestation, they rotate round the pumping station after Lucent rotate from that very position. Of course, the boom shot will spawn eventually, and Cougars is trying to get that very area back.
Wow, Cougars getting... I was so mesmerized by the play, I forgot to talk. Cougars getting shot from a very, very wide angle there from Spacestation. Some good crossing, some good angles. And finally, Reaction does get taken out. Cougars, I believe, did or will get taken out momentarily. And this is looking good for a Spacestation round. Boom shot picked up by Krim. Drop shot should be respawned as well in just a moment.
Zorkos being caught out. No man's land, not entirely sure why he was still there. Perhaps the focus should have been just setting up on the drop shot. And show a little bit more respect and hiding around that corner. Scoreline is fairly similar. Both power weapons in play now. Fracture's trying to fly it out. Does catch Phelpsy there, but Craze the duo. Phelpsy does hold on true. Advantage, Spacestation, bar drop shot kills from Cougars.
Cougars not going to connect just yet. And the drop shot seems so difficult to pick up a kill with unless you have an active, really. It's too slow of a drop, too easy to counter, too easy to roll away from.
So I agree with the update to the 4 shots rather than the previous 3.
Agreed.
That's for sure. Cougars, drop shot is back. He's not utilising it. He just wants to get position instead. Trying to catch out Jack. Good accuracy from Jack, but is it enough for him to turn around? The teammate support is there. Cougars not got much support though. But they're going to win off a double cap. They were going to at least. Until Spacestation start picking up kills, and I don't think they are now. Spacestation start flying. Although Physics and Co are putting up some good crossfire.
Yeah, this is a tense round. Keep an eye at the score at the top left of your screen. 198 apiece. And now it's going to come down to these last few kills. Can the D-Hill or the E-Hill be broken by 207? It looks like they're too far. It will be a Lucent Esports round as they're trying everything to bounce back into this one, doing whatever can be done.
They're keeping close to the champions. That's all you can ask for at this point in time. I mean, looking at the weapon placements just before, John, boom shot stretched the map quite a bit, and it made it a little bit more hectic. Less attack and defend, more individual team fights scattered across the map. And Lucent seemed to respond well to that, has to be said. Question is, how is Spacestation going to go with this weapon placement? Do they want just a little something to swing more resources the drop shot way? They add a little bit more? No. We'll block it. Keep it a little bit more strategic, perhaps. I guess, should we send more to boom shot? Should we send more to the E-Hill and to drop shot? It's definitely a consideration.
Definitely.
Will either team change it up now in order to try and be different going into this one?
Yeah, and with that said, they were hovering over the instance. I would have liked to see that placement. They're winning the fight over at drop shot. Why not give yourself something more, something extra? Meanwhile, up top at boom shot, it's really been dominated by Reaction and Co. Different strat, though. 4 members of Lucent playing for that drop shot. For some reason, they're not favoring the boom here. Jack, full red. He's going to get down, so the extra body helped so far. Cougars gets 1. Boom shot in Phelpsy's hand, but he's so far from the fight. If I'm Lucent, you have to pick up these kills quick.
Fast.
Yeah, because that boom shot will be rotating all the way over from high side.
Cougars lurking, trying to see if he can do anything like that. D-Hill, Phelpsy, and Krim already rotating. They're aware. Boom shot in hand from Phelpsy. Great movement from Cougars. Predicts when that's going to fire. He's going to bait a second one as a drop shot goes in. Look at all the kills in the kill feed. Lucent, they're flying across, and Jack is the last one out of spawn. Great round from Lucent Esports.
Can you believe it? Lucent Esports with the crowd here getting hyped up. They're going to take another round and a quick one at that, 42 seconds. I love the strat call from Reaction. They baited the 2 high side from the round before. Phelpsy assumed they would do the same. They sent 2. That's a 4-on-3 that opened up at the drop shot side of the map. They took their numbers, they played it perfectly, and Cougars was the perfect nuisance in the spawn to bait the 2 kills with the drop shot from Zorkos. Zorkos connects to the kills. They win the round. Perfectly executed from Lucent Esports. Jack Reaction, who is one of the brightest minds in Europe, showing exactly why.
Reminds me of execution when a pure out strat leads to the victory, and very quickly of that, isn't it?
I love it.
Very well played indeed from Lucent. Of course, a big shout out to Jack Reaction. I'm sure he was vocal in that. Spacestation did not know what was coming. Boltox placed down in the walkway as we're all tied up a 5-5, approaching a 7 score limit.
And now begins the chess match, though. So will Spacestation send 4 as well, assuming that Lucent will also send 4? Or what decision will be made here for both teams? Keep an eye on the dots on your screen. Looks like it's going to be 5 members of Spacestation flying towards that drop shot.
So going all in as well.
They said, you send 4, we send 5. Here comes the fight towards the drop shot side. Jack is going to be opting for the Lancer play. If I'm Lucent, I'm trying to get in the faces of Spacestation as quick as possible. Reaction, grabs boom shot, needs to rotate as quick as possible. Jack not able to get a kill, but Crazed is going to do exactly that. Some good shots put in from Jack here. Craze picks up a double. Physics finally grabs one. Drop shot finally picked up as well. Where is Reaction and where is that boom shot though? All eyes on him.
Tell you where Fractures is, and he's getting destroyed on baby steps as all players just scatter around him. Nowhere to go. There is Reaction. He gets a boom shot kill. Way back to just the single hill to make sure triple cap cannot come through. Safety first, perhaps, just to ensure triple cap cannot occur.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if safety first is the... Oh, well, I guess his team died pretty quick. I don't know if he could have rotated that boom faster to get there on time, but it was really Craze that went really big with the double kill to kick things off. And now, Spacestation with an opportunity. Whoever has drop shot, let's hop on board with them using the right D-pad here. It is Hydrone, who does have that drop shot.
Yeah, 4 left as well, by the way.
Exactly. He's been holding on.
They picked it up
guess
after
what?
the initial.
One active in hands, right? Ooh, now there it is from Hydrone. We said how powerful that active drop shot is. He doesn't even need it. He's going to get a double without the active. Well played by Hydrone right there.
So, ooh, that's a great shot of that. Immediately back aid off a cover. Meanwhile, that player Cougars does find Krim in the process. Only 1 drop shot remaining. Boltok, 2 shots hit, accurate as possible.
Hydrone full red in the middle of the map here. Is he downed yet? Yes, he is. Good Boltox from Cougars. Look at the flank here. Perfect opportunity. A double kill picked up. Reaction kills himself. That's 3 dead for Space Station. Lucent Esports is springing into life here. The F-Hill is broken. All eyes on Jack. Jack takes out one of the E-Hill. Can he get the double kill? Full red right now. Can he do it? No, he gets taken out as well. And it all is going to come down to this F-Hill. Cougars, the only man alive, the solo man, fighting an army of Space Station members. Finally, the rotations are going to come through. 1 member down, and that's going to be it. Lucent Esports wins 3 straight rounds, and they do it. Can you believe what we've seen here, Toby?
Speaking of Reaction earlier, of course, that rotation, we questioned it, but right there, positioning was on point. Cougars making the difference, starting it all off with some great ball talking, team firing, and then Reaction taking advantage with that single boom shot firing that he, of course, secured at the start of the round. Brilliant stuff from Lucent Esports. You said it, 3 rounds in a row. They have the momentum. They just need 1 more to take a map off the champions.
And something was changed up top. Actually, no, it was just Hammerburst placed, I believe. So, round number 12 here is going to see more of the same. It is game point right now for Lucent Esports. Can they do it? I know the crowd here in Liverpool is on their side. Chat, let us know who you're cheering for. Is it the underdog, the multinational team in Europe, Lucent Esports, or Space Station, the undisputed titans of Europe? We'll see who comes out on top in this one.
Both teams going for the same strat this time. 3 to drop shot and 2 up top. How is it going to pan out, though? Jack immediately lit up. He will get cleaned up. No, he won't. Zorkas flies in, gets the first kill, kills him with a boom shot as well. As Lucent, once again, 4 down.
Reaction missed a perfect opportunity for a kill. He gets that one, though. That's 1 dead, that's 3 dead, that's 5 dead for Space Station. And just like that, E-Hill beat Cap. No one is in range. And Lucent Esports is going to come out on top with an upset here. This is the first map that Space Station has dropped all tournament at the hands of Jack Reaction. That man on your screen right now is looking to return to his throne as the King of Europe.
4 rounds in a row for Lucent Esports. And how difficult is that in itself? Looking at the stats, indeed.
I gotta take a picture of these stats if I can. I missed them. 20 kills plus for everyone on Space Station. Only 1 member, I think it was Zorkos, I'm not sure who it was, of Lucent with 20 plus. It was pure strategy, teamwork, rotations, and intelligence that won Lucent that map. They got outslayed purely by Space Station, but outsmarted and outplayed really was Lucent on the rotations.
Yeah, and that suggests in itself, just looking at stats purely, decision-making was actually better on Lucent's side, you'd argue, and that was certainly one of their strengths in that match. We talked about the map previously in the pick and ban process. And we thought, you know, perhaps that dam was a good choice in that sense. Yes, Space Station won the best map, if not second best at least. But Lucent have just gone to that. They've gone with their gut feeling. Their strats have worked out clearly, and you know, it's down to Reaction again, you'd argue.
Shot to production here, taking a screenshot of the stats for us. And look at that. Only 1 member, yeah. It was only Zorkos with 25 kills, 15 for Physics, nothing fancy, 19, 18, and 18 for the Spanish duo and Reaction. Meanwhile, all 5 members besides Craze, 20 plus kills, 25 plus nearly for Phelpsy and Jack.
Yeah. That is one scoreboard certainly to remember, as it's not just a slaying game, evidently.
I gotta say though, one thing that does stick out: 27 and 16, the stat line for Jack. So you can't blame the scapegoat here by any means. It's really a team effort, and Jack showing that he deserves to be on this squad with that stat line at least, putting in a lot of output, in this first map.
No, certainly. I'm sure no one will be criticizing that player anytime soon. He is definitely slotted into this team very, very nicely indeed. But hey, Lucent Esports just won that first match.
Right.
Still trying to get my head around it.
You and I both.
Hello.
That's unbelievable. And Toby,
predictions.
Exactly. This begs a question here. Does this change things at all? Do you think we'll see a bracket reset at the least? I think Space Station is going to take the finals. Do you think we'll see a bracket reset here? Will they make it interesting?
No.
No, you don't think so?
I still think Space Station are going to continue on strong.
2-1 Space Station, series number 1.
Yeah?
Okay. That's what you think? Man, all I know, whether I predict it or not, I want a bracket reset because I would love to see this finals go the distance. I mean, this event has not disappointed at all. Talk about the amount of round 13s we've had, the amount of dramatic finishes. It's been one of the most intense tournaments I have ever had the pleasure of casting. And man, this grand finals has proven to be the exact same. If you're a fan of competitive Gears esports, I don't care if you're a fan of North American teams, European, Australian, Mexican, you name it, you're enjoying this gameplay. You should definitely tell your friends, get them in here, spread the word about this grand finals because it's been a sight to see, that's for sure.
Yep, extremely hyped, if nothing else, for sure. Going into Reclaim now, John. An interesting map. We discussed that in the pick and ban process as well. Lucent, of course, they're going to be on Cloud 9 right now. Very, very happy with their performance in the first map. The question is, Space Station, how will they respond? My prediction is just fine. I think the champions, the experience in them will ensure that they play just as normal. It was a difficult map for Lucent. Yep, they won by 2 rounds. It was strats in the end that you'd argue that won it for them.
Yep.
Is that option still there and Reclaimed? Who knows?
And here's the thing. One thing we've seen out of Space Station all tournament long on Reclaimed is actually the exact opposite scenario. They've been the strategic geniuses of the tournament on this map. We've seen them run. I want to stay a little quiet here. Hopefully Reaction's not listening. But we've seen them run. He's actually walking through the crowd here, so I'm going to stay quiet. We've seen them run quite a few trick strats. I won't say what they are. We've seen quite a few strats come out of the bag here for Space Station on this map. I saw 3 in particular that were really interesting yesterday and earlier today in this tournament. So expect Space Station to keep up with that. A variety of strategies in this map.
Yep, for sure. I mean, we saw Boom Shot and Drop Shot get placed down by on Dam. Lucent clearly don't mind an initial. They're not shying away from that. But they also aren't afraid of stretching the map out. And I think Reclaimed is one of these maps where it's a good choice to actually try and do that. The bowl fight is quite cut and dry. You know, there's not too much strategy you can do once you're inside it. It's who gets in there first. Typically, if you do commit to the numbers game and going in shotguns blazing, that has a big advantage. If they start losing that to Space Station, I wouldn't be surprised if they just throw a boom shot down very early on or drop shot down in the barn.
Yeah, in the barn low side. So exactly what that will do, and I may not be as familiar with the map, what that does, the initial fight is up top at the B hill by the high side, by the bowl, is what we call it. Placing a boom shot in the barn is the exact same thing we saw them do in map number 1. They placed that drop shot on the low side by the pit, which completely flipped the map on its head, put things in your favor, and allowed them to hit reset, hit refresh a little bit, and turn the tide in their favor. So yeah, Toby's saying we can expect that again. I agree.
Yeah, it's a more common strategy as well, because of course that very bowl is a huge height advantage provided by sitting up there, as well as that B hill in close proximity. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see that off the bat from Lucent Esports. Given the shotgunning power of Space Station GG and how effective they have been historically, both Season 1 and Season 2 of the Pro Circuit, in that very bowl fight. Now, the map of Reclaimed is loading up, John. How about a round count prediction?
Ooh, and map number 2 or the whole series?
Map 2.
Map 2. Reclaimed, I give it to Space Station.
Okay.
I give it to them 7-5. 7-5.
Okay.
75. I think it'll be somewhat close. I think Space Station is going to take it. The crowd here in Liverpool, I think, disagrees with me. They want Lucent Esports to keep rolling away with this one. And trust me, I would love to see a bracket reset and another forced best of 3. But it's a tough task against the Space Station squad.
I'm going to be a copycat, and I think 7-5 is actually a good point to make as well.
Space Station?
Yep. I think Space Station will still take this one. But I do fancy Space Station strats. Honestly, it doesn't have to be right down there on your screen right now, folks. It doesn't have to be a power weapon placement. I just fancy Lucent and their strategic game. Seems like Reaction is on point today in this tournament, and I really do fancy them to actually taking it to Space Station and taking the chances in this one.
Yeah, so here we go. On board with Phelpsy to kick things off. And look at this. They're going to actually run that exact same strat that we mentioned, the trick strat. Phelpsy going low side towards Workshop. Team Echo Fox loves to run this on the American side. And look at this flank from Phelpsy. Wide open on Reaction. Reaction doesn't see it coming. I think Reaction's actually going to call it. Reaction recognizes the flank, and what he's going to do instead is just go for the A hill. B hill's going to be grabbed easily by Lucent. Now Reaction gives himself a one-on-one that he's going to lose.
I assume that's the numbers call from up top. That's why Reaction knows someone's behind him. He's probably seen the strat before. The result is Cougars has ended up in the enemies, or back to the home hill, as Phelpsy is still fighting. Cougars, great job by him to stay alive as long as he did.
And look at the use of cover. He's going to put himself against that wall so he can't get crossed by Krim, and he knows that his entire team can turn and help him. So well played right there by Cougars, but it's only going to get you your home hill. You lost the B hill in the hands of Space Station.
Initial phase clearly over. Space Station on the defensive. Reaction falling down bottom, so nothing happening down there just yet. Lucent trying to peek, see if they can get a back aid to open things up. The Space Station are on point with their damage. Hydra on his hand.
Oh, good flank from Reaction, pushing towards Apples. That's going to be one dead. So now, 5-on-4, Krim sees a flank opportunity. Reaction all over it, recognizes the push. Phelpsy takes out Cougars on the other side of the map here. 1 versus 1, key 1 versus 1 at that. Krim, a great 1v player. He got the best of Reaction earlier. This time, Reaction going to hit him with the truck shot, the up A, and Reaction connects for that one.
Well, Lucent, while all that was going on, was able to capture B, but AO was blinking just for a second. Phelpsy is in the area still, coming straight back down there. Cougars on the defensive once again.
Interesting. Cougars, rather than going for the A hill and capturing it, getting some important points, is actually going to go instead for a tried attempt push on Phelpsy. Look, still not capturing that A hill. I think that's a huge misplay. Took way too long. That could have been 2 hills to 1, and I think the score could be about 120 to about 110 right now instead.
I think once Phelpsy was over the window and in top barn, maybe just stop that.
Exactly.
Yeah, get that
back on reset.
Nothing was going to occur.
Yeah, he's too slippery, too elusive at that point.
Yeah. Respawns are all in, and it's now time for Space Station to make a play up top. But Zorkos has started off well.
Yeah, very well at that. Nice job by Reaction. He uses the smoke to go wide left, hides on the wall, and picks himself a nice kill, a nice flank kill at that. Reaction gets taken out by Craze. Nice play by Craze to win that 1v2 fight with a smoke grenade in his hands.
3v3 as it stands. Love this from Zorkos, going very wide, showing the utmost respect for Craze. As hills are being decapped. There's still some action on the A hill. Space Station continuing pressure.
Only a 12-point game, and those 12 points could have been if Cougars would have captured that A hill a lot earlier. Instead, it's going to be Space Station that holds on to the lead here. This B hill fight will determine the winner. It's going to be Physics that gets taken out early by Crazed. This should be a Space Station round. B hill's broken. The lead's still in favor of Space Station, and they should be able to run away with this one.
Here comes Lucent on the response. Are they going to be able to get hold of B? No. Space Station holding out in the smoke. They have the score lead. They're even capturing the A hill as well, just to be sure. This will be a Space Station round.
Exactly that. And again, 205 to 182. What could have made the slight difference were those extra points. I don't want to keep harping on it, but I mean, that was about 15 seconds missed.
Yeah. Wonder if they'll be considering that going forward. Jack Words for Physics there and his team after that first round. But I do like it from both teams. Space Station were actually the ones trying to be the initiators of unpredictable strategy here. Phelpsy running all the way down the workshop. Great call-outs, evidently. We criticize sometimes the communication, potentially, of Lucent, given the 3 different languages are being used right now in-game. But Reaction, I'm assuming he got the call-out from up top. He was aware of that flank and reacted accordingly. Weapon placement-wise, Hammer Burst doesn't need anything too drastic just yet, as Lucent they have time to play. Maybe they can do another initial here. They just went for the basic initial at the start of going in on all.
Exactly. It was a close one, so there's no reason to change things up too drastically. Looks like this time we'll see a standard 2 from the baby steps, 2 up top, make that 3 up top, 1 apples for both teams.
On board of Crazed. Both teams commit into the bullfight. It is pure as it gets, this base strategy from these 2 teams. Craze opening things up. It's all Space Station as Cougar's last one left alive, and he is stuck up top, nowhere near a home hill. Only the B hill and most enemies. This is going to be a Space Station round. Very clean cut indeed.
And I would assume that Krim did win the 1v1 against Reaction in the home hill spot again. So Krim, arguably one of the top 3, top 5 1v1 home players in the game, plays it very well against Reaction. I mentioned it in the pregame, how excited I was for this 1-versus-1 Reaction versus Crim at the home hills. And so far, it's been all Crim all day. Really excited to see if Reaction can turn that around, though. 2
very, very smart players, 2 experienced players now in this game. Reaction, sure, he'll try everything in his power to outsmart and outplay Crim. Likewise, and vice versa. Block, actually, from Lucent Esports up top, so might be a sign of things to come. They realize that the ball fight is perhaps not their best option here. And as such, they're preventing anything more powerful as such going up there and forcing a strict ball fight there at B. Let's see, is the change of strat coming? I think it is, actually. Yeah, 2 players down bottom for Lucent as they fly to the home hills. Cougars on our screen.
Watching Cougars here, only 2 kills and 1 down, so a relatively quiet game for him. Some good Lancer support's going to help him take out Crim here. 2 kills for Lucent. The claps come from the crowd here as they see it as well. Crazed gets taken out. The rotation and the revive is going to come through from Jack. Crazed back in this fight. That opens up an opportunity. 5-on-3 on the high side. Nice damage put in so far.
Great hand this usage by Jack Reaction here. Jack on his own, trying to push the 1v here. Fast movement, but he will get outgunned. And strategy-wise, Lucent, they have won the initial. They had a 2-man advantage. Now they're rotating and trying to snowball that into more kills.
This is a 5-on-2. They have to play these numbers. They have to close this round out, and they need to do it quick.
They need to do it fast. Yep, finally they do collapse. There comes Physics on the flank, and it should be a triple cap. Indeed, it will be. The crowd start clapping. So that was a very good round.
I love it. I absolutely love it in the crowd here. We got the Italians getting loud. Big shout out to our team, Fox Esports, who came all the way from Italy to this event. Of course, we have teams from Spain. We have an attendee and a team from Sweden, from Italy, all over the place here. We even got a Greek in the crowd. Not many of those out here in England, at least for Gears.
Certainly. Well, Spacestation, are they going to change anything up? No, they're going with their Markser. I'm sure Phelpsy will be picking that up. That weapon, he used it very well indeed earlier, which we picked up on. But yeah, I mean, back to that point, right? Lucent Esports, they changed up the strategy. They sent 2 down bottom this time around, and they pushed very heavily with it. Cougars getting up close and personal, where he is at his best, and that led to the round win. So, strategy working out once again for Lucent at the starting point.
And it's true. Marks are picked up for both teams here. 2 up top, 2 at Apples with the Marks. So expect those rotations to come through. Craze gets himself in bowl, and he plays that spot so well. Takes out Zorkos, going for the double. Craze misses the first shot, hits the second. Full red now, going to connect for the third. Finally gets shut down, trading kill for kill here. Physics, though, going to ultimately get taken out in the up top fight.
3 versus 1 as the numbers go, and it's Jack Reaction down bottom. Crim is left alive as well, so nothing happened down in that top barn in regards to the 1v. Jack is going to get angled out, just about getting to cover as his players. His teammates come off respawn, Crim will clean him up.
That's tough for Jack. He got flanked. Wasn't expecting Phelpsy to go for the flank. Thought he'd go for the hill instead, and got taken out and shut down as a result. But he bought enough time for his team to come off that C hill. Look at all 4 of them. I believe, 3 of them over on that C hill, just holding it down, waiting for Reaction to spawn up.
Yep, no option but to do that. Look how aggressively Spacestation are positioned
here.
here. 2 players right at the top of the stairs. A little bit unorthodox, but they have hopped onto that. Now Lucent, they'll have to start flying very, very soon. Jack is caught out, not too much damage. He gained from that right-hand advantage. Craze is closely positioned as well, but they are backing out as a team. Here comes Zorkos flying up the staircase to try and catch them out. Here comes Lucent attacking B.
And I would love to see a kill there from Zorkos or a down. Instead, it's going to be Physics that has to make the play. He only gets 1, though. I thought that was going to be a double from Physics, but that 1 kill makes it a 4-on-4. Nicely played smoke from Jack. And he's just going to back out and reset here. Here comes the push from Lucent. They're going to try and ignore Jack in that B hill. Instead, Jack actually takes out 1, gets shut down after. 3-on-3 situation. It's not enough, though, for Lucent. You need to get their numbers somehow.
Yep, Spacestation backing out for a second. Now they're abusing the power weapons. The Hambus and the Markser does force Zorkos into this corner. 1 player down, though, and that's in Craze. Can Lucent pressure and get that kill? No. Great effort from Spacestation. Great job keeping their player alive and keeping this push on B alive.
Yeah, he baited that so well. Did not allow Cougars to pick up the kill on the down member. That was crucial. Instead, that could have been a kill for Cougars. Instead, he'll take out Phelpsy actually through the grate. Reaction spawning up right now, too. So a nice opportunity here for a 5-on-4, at least for a moment. Right now, it's a 4-on-4 in the middle.
Keep an eye on the score as well, folks. Despite this situation, Spacestation do have 2 hills. There's 1 for the 0 rather for the opposing team of Lucent. and a huge score lead building up for Space Station as they clean up the kills. Reaction all on his own. Does win the 1v down bottom, but it looks bleak. It should be a Space Station round once again. Yeah.
And this will be a Space Station round. You know, I called out Reaction about his performance against this Space Station squad, and I think he's answered the call of duty. He's played incredibly well so far in this matchup. Map number 1, even map number 2 now. 4 kills, 6 downs for Reaction. He's showing up, but it's not enough. Space Station up 3-1 right now, at least 1-0 in maps in favor of Lucent. I'm looking at Fru in the crowd here. He's just as shocked as I am.
Well, in my opinion, John, now is the time to change up this initial. Space Station seem to have Lucent's number. And it's a prime time in this half to really change things up.
There it is.
They've heard the call. Drop shot is going down in the workshop. We predicted this could have been the case. Of course, they blocked out mana previously, so it was perhaps a sign of things to come, hinting what could occur if Space Station do win a few rounds in quick succession. Here comes the change of strat caller.
Yep. Change of strat indeed. It's going to be a drop shot on the low side. I like that call. They're losing the fight. Craze was just too much of a force to be reckoned with in that fight up top for the B-Hill. Beach team will send one person there to grab the mark, so this is very reminiscent of a E-Hill second half fight in the low side.
Well, it's definitely Lucent being the most aggressive team here. They go for the quick pickup. 3 members down in the bottom bar on Space Station. They're not going to get involved, although they do lose a number as well in the form of Jack. The rotations will start now up to this B-Hill as both teams fly up the hill, and a big drop shot coming through, almost catching out Krim. Smart shot of that from Zorkos, or Cougars rather. The Space Station still very much active in this ball.
Well played there from Cougars. A double kill picked up at the drop shot, putting it to work. Only one left in the chamber. And he's actually going to hold on to that for now. Looks like it's Phelpsy being a little bit sneaky towards that C hill. Now, they have the B, they have the A hills. Keep in mind 18-second respawn timers, especially in 2.8 with the extra 2 seconds added. It's even more crucial that you push for the 3 caps. I think they should have taken their numbers there. That's a 5-on-4 and a 5-on-3 actually for at least 10 seconds.
Yeah, they had 4 drop shots remaining just as Godfax went down. So yeah, I mean, in terms of the kill count, the numbers, yeah, perhaps just push for it. But they were playing perhaps a little bit safer, you know, going straight to the B hill, like just build up on the relative lead that we've gained, if not in points. And as such, this is the result here.
That's the thing. We all know how good Space Station is at playing with their backs against the wall when they're down and around and getting a 3-cap domination. You can't give them the opportunity. Whatever advantage you get, you got to take it. You never know if it's going to come again.
And Cougars getting pinched here. No, his teammate just behind him. They push Phelpsy just as he needed the support. Jack is looming down bottom. Of course, the drop shot will be spawning soon. This is why it's so active down here now. Nice little smoke from Krim, but it's not going to blow up in time. Cougars will pick up that kill just about. Krim running for his life down at C-Hill.
Here we go. 2 members dead right now. It's a 5-on-3. This is crucial. If Krim can manage to get a kill here, instead he's going to value his life. He's going to stay alive. He's full red, though. Going to get tagged up. He's going to go down. 3-cap domination is coming. Lucent trying to pick up the kill. He's not going to get it. C-Hill's going to be broken. It's Phelpsy. Phelpsy gets 1. He goes to the double. Doesn't connect, but Krim actually tapped up. No one got the kill on Krim. And now, it's going to be Jack's turn. He's still alive. He gets taken out, and Lucent Esports is going to win this one. 3-2 is the score.
Despite a minor criticism, there's some hesitancy going and missing a triple cap opportunity earlier on in the round. They do go for it there, and it does work out very well for them indeed. Jack did enjoy that, certainly standing up. Only 1 round behind now, Space Station. Of course, they took the first map. If you're just joining us in this grand final, Lucent Esports are 1-0 up against Space Station. They have every reason to be hyped. But meanwhile, in this game, in this map, Incense placed down in the center, which will at least draw 1 player, I'd argue, from both sides.
Exactly. So the point of that was so Lucent can't run the same 3-person drop shot, quick pick strat. They're going to have to send at least 1 person to those Incense. It's going to spread things out a little bit. I like the call from Space Station. Nothing crazy, but it does spread the map out in their favor.
Yeah, it certainly does make a big difference in the strategy. Here comes Space Station, a little bit more aggressively positioned now. Godfax is the one on the staircase. Space Station looking to see if they can potentially go for a triple cap, drop shot pickup rather.
Phelpsy did get first blood, but got taken out immediately after. So advantage, Space Station no longer in existence, but the drop shot in their hands. Talk about regaining that advantage. Hydrone, we saw what he did with it, and damn, let's keep an eye on Hydrone and see what he can do.
Lucent realized they've lost the initial down bottom. Zorkos trying to lurk up the apples and perhaps retreat to the B hill, but he's being pressured so hard. Hydrone was down. With help of that, Marks are down again. That's the drop shot, by the way, in hand. 2 shots remaining.
Looking for a Marksa headshot. Not going to connect for it. They're going to use that to grab Instance. I like that. Use that as an opportunity. Oh my goodness! Reaction with the cross-map Marksa headshot on Hydrone. That was his last down, of course. That's how he got that headshot. but well played right there from Reaction.
Great marker as well. He was the reason for Hydron getting down twice. The drop shot, of course, was in his hands.
Full red.
Cougar's pushing up hard as well.
I love the aggression.
Much more aggression, isn't it?
Yep. A-Hill still at bay. Keep in mind, they have a 5-on-2. Make it a 5-on-4, actually, 5-on-4 situation if Jack dead. It is the first half still, 22-second respawn timers in this.
If they're going for the triple cap, they need to go now, otherwise the spawns are just going to come through for Space Station. Incens are there, they do finally get the down on Phelpsy, but here comes the play finally. Incen blocking that choke point. Reaction trying to go for a little bit of a back A, get the call out that creates full red. He will not make it through. Lucent Esports tie the game up at the end of the first half, just like the first one.
Toby, I'm smelling the same exact thing. History repeating itself for map number 1 here. Space Station started strong. They were up 3-1. I believe it was tied 3-3 before Lucent started running away with it on Damp. So we're seeing something similar here. Second half, 3-3. We are all tied up. The same exact story we saw in map number 1.
Something is in the air, Fallout. It's all perhaps coming to fruition for Lucent Esports. It's not over just yet, but yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Deja vu almost at this point in time. I'm wondering, is it possible?
Right?
Is it possible?
Right?
Everyone will be thinking that, I think, going into the second half.
Yep. Craze now. Tagged up full red, gonna get his health back. 5 kills for Phelps. You're gonna have to see him step up here. As I say that, Zorkos proves the caster curse is real. He shuts down Phelpsy. 11 kills for Zorkos, who's been playing MVP-esque so far, at least of his map number 1 performance.
Yeah, he's definitely showed up now in this grand final.
Aggressive here! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, Zorkos. Should have valued his life there, though. Should have gone for a back A instead. Zorkos being alive right now is truly a difference here. Big fight, big kill. Phelpsy gets taken out. Double kill picked up. It's going to be Cougars who goes off. Can they get the kill? The triple kill's picked up. The 3-cap domination is going to come in as well. Cougars and Fractures, the duo on your screen right now, are turning up here in map number 2.
And guess what? 3 rounds in a row now for Lucent Esports. And the only time we saw that was back on Dam when they concluded.
Wow.
That very map itself. And boy, oh boy, is this match developing into something, this map. Yeah.
I can't believe it. I'm at a loss for, I don't want to speak too soon, but I'm at a complete loss for words here, Toby. This Lucent squad is sticking it to Space Station. I would never, who would have ever seen this coming, honestly, except for Veli, who predicted Space Station would be a top 8 team. Maybe Veli was right. Veli knows
prediction.
All. Bold prediction. Shot to Veli.
In the grand scheme of things, but
big shot to
perhaps
Veli.
I'm biased.
Yeah,
I guess a little bit biased. True. Who knows? Subconsciously, of course. Whole Talks placed down by Space Station. The DNF Hills don't see that changing up things too much. Surprised not the Markster, actually. But then in some ways, Reaction, of course, have been performing with that weapon. Perhaps they fancied something a little bit different, despite Phelpsy being very good with the Markster.
And that opens up the opportunity to put a Markster low side to help impact that E-fight.
Very true.
This time, it will be Crazed, drawing first blood. He gets taken out after. Look at this, head downing his Cougars. He's going to get some good shots in, but Phelpsy shuts it down. 7 kills, 2 downs for Phelpsy. A little quiet from what we're used to seeing from the likes of him. Finally, he's going to heat up a bit with at least 1 kill, see if he can keep going.
Ooh, there's Reaction again. Bolt talking from Apples and cover from Kryn. Hydra. Great job actually picking up that kill. Might be the difference maker here in the barn. Yep, Phelpsy's going to take the down on Fractures, and now they're going to stretch their legs and move fast. Reaction knows what's coming. He's pulled back ready.
Yeah, this is a big defense right now for the likes of Reaction. But look at this, Zorkos out of nowhere. He's going to take out Phelpsy. Is it going to be a pure trade, or will they be able to defend him and keep him alive here? A nice push comes through. Not able to get the kill, though. Cougars putting some good shots in. Hydron full red. He's going to get his health back, though. That's huge. The few ticks of health that he got kept him alive for a moment. Cougars, though, takes out Krim. Hydron taken out by Zorkos. Reaction grabs one as well. Jack playing, gets taken out. Physics playing for a 1v1 at E-Hill. He knows that he's going to have the rotation from his team coming. He's going to try and stay alive here.
Space Station committed to that for so long. They didn't have the numbers, honestly, and Lucent eventually coming off respawn, using their shotguns. Craze, trying to stop this triple cap in its tracks. He's got the first kill, he gets the second. It's amazing, this gameplay from Craze as he saves the round, and he's happy about that himself.
Saves the round indeed. Losing that E-Hill means a 3-cap domination, which means, honestly, the round could have been over. Instead, Crazed, who else would you expect to win a 1 versus 2 by himself to clutch the round up? So well played.
Ooh, Cougars getting caught out there as well, and that's another ticket looking at the numbers for Space Station to regain control after Lucent successfully defended on their side.
I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Once again going for the throat of Lucent.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. That 1v2 is the round. I think we're going to see Spacestation win this one thanks to that 1v2 that Crazed won. I mean, those plays really make the difference. That's why you love Gears Esports. It's the small things, the one player that can go huge and be a hero for their team. Right now, Zorkos gets taken out in this one. F-Hill going to be decapped. Here comes the push. Can they get this kill on Cougars? He manages to stay alive not long enough. 3-cap domination comes through, and Spacestation's going to tie it up at 4 apiece.
Just like that, flip-flop in between both sides of the map, as both teams have the right idea, or the same idea at least, going for that triple. Despite being fairly early days here in the second half. Respawn timer-wise. Now, weapon placement time, perhaps. We're at 4 apiece. And the initial has been set in stone, it seems. A drop shot on our screen. Wouldn't be the first time they place that weapon, and they are going to.
Interesting.
This time it is right on where the initial is, similar to how they played that one out in Dam, second half. Let's see if they can actually facilitate the quick pickups now with that one. Let's see.
Checking out this drop shot over towards the E-Hill. See, you can expect more of the same in strategy, of course, as we saw at the end of the first half and in the first couple rounds of this half. A lot of bodies being thrown towards that E-Hill. Last time it was Crazed that went big in the initial and then went big in the mid-round to clutch the round up. This time it's going to be Zorkos pushing up. He gets shut down by Jack. Jack, a little bit quiet here in map number 2. Only 8 kills. We'll see if he can heat up here. Gets first blood, gets the second, gets the third, and Jack, a.k.a. Godfex, goes from 7 to 10 kills in the blink of an eye.
Brilliant movement, going wide on Fractures, knowing that they have the numbers. Such fantastic movement. And do you know what he reminds me of? It's a little bit of Mental, actually. The way he moves, it's everything is so perfectly timed. Everything seems to be on point, every move.
Yep.
And he plays for the holding of the shot so often as well.
Actually, I said the same exact thing to Toby in the between games, actually. Completely agreed. Craze takes out one. Mental. Just like Mental. He hit a shot. Hit a shot back roll. He is Mental. He's transformed. Playing his character too. I think Mental plays as this guy sometimes.
Oh, he's going to back out here. Lucent do live to fight another day. 4v3 as it stands currently for the numbers advantage. That's going to quickly change.
He has drop shot though. I think it's Crazed. He has at least 1 or 2 drop shots left. Just let one rip. Going to launch that one. Not going to connect to that one either. I think he might be all out of drop shots now. Pushing up with his pistol out. E-Hill going to be broken. Nice job by Lucent on the rotation.
Yep, not only did they survive that onslaught with a triple cap with a drop shot in front of them, they actually rotate very quickly down to E in our space station. If you look at the overhead, they're backed on to their side of the map, well, and to their heart.
You can see, though, they want the home and away hill push. That D-Hill they're looking towards. Actually, they're going to fake towards D-Hill. Immediately cut back towards the E-Hill now. And the play is on this E-Hill, except everyone on Lucent sees it coming. 4-on-4 pure fight. 2 anchors holding down the home hills on the high side. It's Fractures, and I'm not sure who it is on the cog side.
Here comes Kugas trying to surprise one player. Craze knows what's going on, though. Physics is trying to defend. Great shotgun from him. Here comes Craze. He starts to bounce fast in front of shotgun of his own teammates. Space Station still on the offensive here.
Let's see if a play can be made here. It's reaction. Nope, not able to do so. He gets taken out. Another big fight and play. Zorkos gets taken out as well. Space Station looking strong in map number 2. At least the last 2 rounds, that is. Pushing up his high drone on the D-Hill, going for the triple cap opportunity. He's actually just going to fly into spawn here, play a little bait, and try and distract. Puts himself in a pretty rough spot. He goes down, but it's going to be Jack with the support. Nice job by Space Station. They win this one, 5-4.
I like that decision, honestly, from high drone. If you can pick off 1 kill, it'll be a certain fight for Space Station with the numbers and reinforcements coming in for them to get that triple cap. Very well done indeed.
That is the smart play. And here it is again. Reaction: 6 kills, 6 downs. He plays a couple of the anchor roles, so sometimes a little more difficult to grab those kills. He's playing a little more support. Not used to seeing Reaction in these positions, but of course he's doing what he has to do. I respect it for showing a little bit of humility by being willing to step down and let his teammates do the rest of the work.
Yep, he certainly had a big impact. Many rounds with that Markster and the Boltok. Incense up top as well. This is one weapon where it's not going to draw a huge amount of attention as perhaps a sniper aim-bar would, but it's still a very good weapon for making triple cap attempts, right? If Reaction can try and outwit his opponent there, yep, it's literally a 1v1 up there. So it's going to be a more proactive 1v1 forced upon.
Crimp is at the Boltok. I think that's Reaction high side. He does not. So Reaction should be able to grab those insins, but Boltok will be watching him.
Yep.
Instant grab. There you go. We'll see what happens. E-Hill fight meanwhile. High drone getting tagged up. Full red, able to stay alive here. Phelpsy staying sneaky, gets a kill on Fractures. Actually, no, that's in the middle of the side of the map. And now they should be able to use that 4-on-3 numbers advantage to come out on top here. High drone, gonna miss the drop shot. I thought he almost killed his teammate with that.
Yep, the difference there between the drop shot and the boom shot. Boom shot, a quick pickup, is much more useful when in a scenario like that. Try and get a kill to defend yourself.
Yeah. So now, 5-on-4 opportunity, slight advantage. Drop shot going to connect. Nice job by Hydro. Cougars perhaps an ill-advised push from him. All by himself, not sure if that was necessary.
Yeah. Initial one down bottom. For Space Station. Reaction still looming. Hasn't been taken out yet. It's a bit of a stalemate. Krim trying to push in, but Reaction with right hand and height advantage gets the better of Krim. Now Bowl is the victory, is the reward for him.
Oh, meanwhile, Phelpsy is really heated up in the second half here. 13 kills and 6 downs for him. Nice job shooting Reaction through the grates. Reaction in a world of hurt, going for the back A. Actually, nice full health. He gets some good shots in, but he needs some help. He needs some help quick. Cougar's going to pick up the bull talk. I'm not sure if Reaction realizes it. Help is on the way, Jack. Stay alive here as long as you can. Not long enough. Finally, Cougar's with the smoke. He comes in. Not able to connect for the one shot, and it's not a good sequence of events here for Lucent.
Jack on screen. Big brick onto Cougars, preventing his escape potentially. Cougars tries to hold on with the hard in. Not going to press though, our Space Station. Interesting decision.
Yeah, and there's nothing up there.
Very much on his own.
Yeah, there's nothing up there. What are you going to get out of it? You might get the kill, but the F hill is going to be defended by Jack coming. Or Reaction, sorry, coming off the spawn. It's going to be a difficult situation.
They could go wide now as well. I think Jack's thinking about it. He's lurking. He's waiting for Phelpsy to provide that angle. Back and forth, but the reinforcements are here. They're going to go. Yep, Lucent. Cougars is going to pick up the incense. Can he use them in time? Is he going to drop them? No. Here comes Reaction. Here come the reinforcements. Lucent have been going all in now on this ball to win up top, but Jack does such a great job of staying alive. Only Fractures left alive here up top. Wow. Brilliant stuff from this individual.
Brilliant stuff indeed, but you got to wonder and question the play call from Lucent. Why are you placing such a high emphasis on that bullfight? I know the Ensign's respawning. I know they're important weapons, but I don't think you place that emphasis. I think instead you let those two guys that are high side stay high side. You take your 4-on-3 low side, maybe even a 5-on-3 low side with your numbers.
Perhaps the idea was because of the score lead, it was so significant they needed a route to the home hill, but even then, John, it was just a delayed push of that, one coming in after another. If the call-out was earlier, maybe Cougar should have stayed alive longer. I'm not too sure what was their idea there. Lucent Esports 6-4 now to Space Station, so maybe a mistake that can prove costly here in this match.
Yep. Maybe they knew something we didn't know either way. Not sure if I agree with that call right there. A lot of emphasis on the bowl on the high side when really not much of an objective up there other than some insins. And now, game point here to force the game number 3. Space Station looking good, looking strong. 1 away. 20 kills for Jack once again. You can't blame him by any means.
Most kills on the team.
Most kills on the team. 2 maps in a row.
What do you want, Phelpsy? If you're an aggressive player, he's going to give you it. Yep. Evidently. Very well done indeed.
Exactly. On board now with Jack, the man himself. 20 kills and 8 downs. Drop shot picked up by Cougars. That's a quick pick with the drop shot, which is interesting. Insins also.
They should just get out now. They've got the Insins as well. There's no reason to die to Space Station. They're obviously aggressively positioned our Space Station to try and respond, but no, Cougars does say no to Hydron.
Yep. Connects that
through the window.
Through the window, yeah, exactly. A nicely placed drop shot. I've been a little critical of the drop shots of Lucent. Krim going to get taken out thanks to the Insins and support that comes in as well. Phelpsy taken out by the Insins. That's 3 dead, and Lucent Esports stays alive here. E-Hill fight still going on though. Someone over that E-Hill is making some noise. It's Jack and it's Crazed, and they're going to keep their team in the game.
Brilliant stuff from Reaction and Lucent, but Space Station performing as great as ever down bottom, preventing that. Jack gets a damage advantage on Cougars. Not going to challenge him again. Remaining unpredictable. Lucent reinforcements are here. Jack needs to hold on. No, he's going to back out and wait for Krim. Smart decision. So once again, a fight for this E-Hill.
Jack getting some good shots on the low side towards E side. It's going to be Krim that picks up a kill on Reaction now. 5-on-4 opportunity. This is looking good for Space Station. You got to wonder if Lucent could have closed out this round. Would we have seen a round 13 yet again in this tournament? Instead, it will be Space Station knocking on the door of a 3 cap. It's looking good. Finally, a break's going to come through from Physics and Co. A kill's going to be picked up from Physics and Co. But he's going to get shut down. Unfortunately for him, Jack is still alive somehow, putting in work for his team.
Yep, will finally fall. Or will he? Yep, there you go. Lucent are going to get control of E now. Points-wise, they do have time to play with. But Space Station are moving up aggressively. It's just Hydro. Yeah. 1 player behind, but very risky. Reaction could get the down. Yeah, Hydron's really committing to this, isn't he?
Oh, Reaction took out a shotgun. If he kept his Lancer out there or a pistol, he would have gotten the down. Instead, Hydron's going to live to see another day. Phelps picks up a kill at the Insins on Zorkos. Again, Space Station is just slowly but surely choking the life, the breath out of this Lucent Esports squad in this round. You can almost feel it. As now, Hydron, 12 kills, 12 downs to his name. Always very modest in the stat line, but always performs, that's for sure.
A testament to these 2 players, by the way, for Space Station. They've been on their own for so long.
Yes,
there are reinforcements nearby. but they're confident in their gameplay to be really unorthodox and apply the pressure here to Lucent. And they're still really being much a menace on that hill.
Fracture is very aggressive, a little over-aggressive there. Hydro going to take out one as well. 2 dead right now, and here comes the push from Spacestation. Whatever life that they had, as I mentioned earlier, is now almost being completely taken away, as it's going to be 5 dead, all dead. Lucent Esports going to lose map number 2. Spacestation bounces back with a dominant second half here. They win 4 straight rounds to secure it.
Yep, this time it's them going on the round streak. Perhaps some missed opportunities for Lucent, as we discussed. Looking at the scoreboard, it's Jack with 25 kills there. Second most kills in the game is actually Zorkos with 18. Shout out to him. He's now showing up, as we've agreed.
Yep.
But yeah, you've got to give it to Jack. Slaying as per usual.
52 kills in 2 maps. 52 kills in 2 maps for Jack. He has definitely performed. Sorry? Quick math. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, we have this thing called a solid education system in America.
Oh.
We learn
dear.
25 plus 27 addition. Sometimes we learn how to multiply. It's really good. Solid stuff. 7-4 here. Speaking of math, 7-4. Right now, what was the first map round count was 7-5 in favor? I think it was 7-5, something like that, in favor of Lucent. So pretty close map counts for both teams, a little bit even in total rounds here, as we are going to go to Lift as game number 3 in this one.
Yep, indeed. Pondering Lift, actually. I thought Reclaimed was perhaps a good opportunity for Lucent to make a difference. Lift has been quite a controversial map historically for Space Station. They've had some great games over in America on the pro circuit, but also some very bad games, which they've really been called out on by fans and talent alike. Now, how is this one going to play out? I think Space Station will win this. Yeah, I think they're going to win 2-1.
They have to. I have to stay.
I have to
stay 100% in my predictions all tournament long. So Space Station, if you lose this, I'll be very upset.
You were inaccurate by 1 map, I believe.
1 map.
But you haven't lost out on a match.
Yeah. I've been down in round.
Fair point.
100% in match predictions. You're right. Not 100% in map predictions. I've taken some risks though, Toby. All right. I called 2-1.
Ah, you have
against Lucent. All right. I could take the easy way out. But instead, I like to challenge the convention. Going into game 3 here, another key storyline, we've talked about it so many times before, is the second team in this tournament, in Europe, in this region. There's such a wide open opportunity based on the talent pool that exists for a second team to come in. Now, with Marsh departing the Space Station roster, if you're just tuning in, we've been talking about it here and there throughout the weekend. Not only Marsh, but there's quite some talent throughout all of Europe that opens up an opportunity for another team. I think the best case scenario, and I've actually been there before in my career, when I played with Legacy, Terror Ribs, and Perfect Uno, was considered to be a pretty dominant squad. I actually left that team, got dropped from that team, however you put it, and played with a bunch of amateur players, coached them up, and we ended up getting second place, our first championship appearance, the tournament after. So I think history can repeat itself here in a lot of ways. I think Marsh, if he plays his cards right, if he finds the right 4 that are coachable, are willing to listen and have the raw individual skill, I think some good things can happen. It's an interesting time for sure in Gears Esports over in Europe.
And as such, practical experience suggesting why you're so accurate with the predictions. John, it's been a pleasure casting with you, as always. Long time coming after a big break with the Pro Circuit events for myself. Here we go though, we're on Lift. It is 1-1, a scoreline that no one really predicted in the European community, but we are at final map. Space Station, will they continue with this trend that they've carried out and Reclaimed, and in match results.
Nice shots put in by Jack right there. What a good start from him. 1 kill. One kill, 2 downs for Jack, because he's the only one with that stat line right now. Meanwhile, other side of the map, Phelpsy gonna get tagged up, goes for the reverse wrap shot. Gonna get taken out though is Phelpsy. Reaction is the one to do it. Hydrone though, meanwhile, gonna take out Zorkos, and pretty even start here for both teams. Looks like ultimately the B-Hill, of course, won by Space Station. They're off to a good start.
Let's bring up the Obed. Just for a second reaction. Aggressively positioned, 2 players in front of him. Not the strongest position either. You can get angled from a few different directions, but coming back to rocks. And there's definitely map control in a sense. Very hard position to push, especially if there's 2 players up there. Lucent advantage here. Space Station testing the wall to see if they can push through. Here comes the crossfire through the window as well of control. You can see Fractures received the call out there, and that is the cleanup from Reaction, pushing up further and further. Can Reaction get the triple? No, he cannot, but Lucent keep out the pressure. Space Station backs against the wall.
Yep, look at this. Space Station tagged up. They have a 5-on-2 right, sorry, 5-on-3 right now. You want to see them take their numbers instead. Nice shot by Space Station, Wolfpack in there. All 5 members at one point touched each other in that fight. Revives, support, taking damage, soaking damage. Well played right there for Space Station. But they are going to lose the B hill because they did send all 5 resources over to that side of the map. So well played by Reaction, actually. He's picking up a double kill thanks to the support of his teammates. Very good sequence for Lucent.
Once again, a very spread out map, evidently. Cougars takes the initiative. He's taking the platform to Lancer down on Hydrone. The points lead does go over to Lucent now. Question is, how are the teams going to push now? I mean, Lucent, they've got the numbers advantage here on the platform. Hydra not really helping out Grim, is that? Instead he's Lancer and Angler now. I guess there's a call out, Grim. Just play passively, play safe, don't push just yet.
And he probably knows he has one of the most elusive and slippery teammates in the game on his team. Krim never dies. He's almost like a cat. He has 9 lives. Yeah. And it shows so many times, time and time again for Krim. So he trusts that. Nice shot by Krim, taking out 1. Hydro going to pick up Cougars as well. Winning the 2v2 are Krim and Hydro. And that's going to open up a wide open opportunity for a 3-cap push. Need to get the triple cap at this point, though. All action about to ensue. All eyes on this A-Hill. Fractures. All eyes on you. He's going to take out 1, but gets shut down after the revive chain looking to come through. It's going to be his teammate Reaction. Reaction needs to get a kill. He's going to do that. A-Hill's being held onto. Jack Reaction. Can he get the kill? Yes, he does. He gets a double. Looking for the triple. Jack needs to come big. He does exactly that. 3 kills picked up for Reaction in a round for Lucent Esports.
What a way to start off this map number 3.
Wow.
You see Jack Reaction standing up. He knows he just performed excellently in the closing moments of that round. Fantastic stuff from Lucent. And you know what? Their passive positioning, playing for points, it actually paid off there.
It did. It did. Playing for the long haul. And ultimately, it was a big play. First by Fractures to pick up that kill in the 2v1, and then by Reaction. You see him on your screen right now. He's getting hyped. 6 kills for Reaction. The creator, the man behind the Reaction shot. If you always wondered where that came from, it was his shot originally, and we pay homage to this day. Reaction, making a big play, was historically the best player in Europe until Craze, these little kids named Craze and Phelps came in Gears of War 3. They were little kids back then, 15, 16 years old. And man, they have been stars ever since.
Former teammates, of course.
Former teammates.
Pretty much the entirety of Gears 3, at least towards the end of Gears 3's life cycle.
And Gears UE.
And Gears UE, of course, as well. Back to it then. Markser, of course, was placed down in staff quarters and storage. Not too surprising. Phelpsy, I was about to mention his name, and fortunately he's already beat me to it. He's got a headshot already with said weapon.
Nice shot by Phelpsy right there. Physics grabs the Markser late. I wonder why. Jack's going to follow up with a kill on Fractures. Well played right here. Phelpsy starting things off. Physics didn't wait for the roll right there. Could have gotten a nice kill on Krim instead. Reaction's going to have to come do the dirty work himself. Reaction hunting for the kill on Phelpsy. Phelpsy with a nice wide wall bounce. Reaction going to take him out. He is going off right now. Let's take a more to Jack. Reaction as he has performed here. 8 kills and 1 down. Again, I have to eat every single word I said about his inability to perform against the Space Station squad. He's proven me wrong.
He single-handedly put the Sea Hill on his back and just walked through the Space Station members there. Brilliant shotgunning from him. But Space Station remain with control. They've got that rocks area, as described before. Frozen Hydra, and still seeing if there's an opportunity to push up on the Sea Hill. Meanwhile, Lucent, Reaction's teammates do play aggressively on that very hill, that neutral hill. And Zorkos is just going to sit back on it now. So, Space Station, decisions to be made. Where they're going to push. Ooh. Looks like they're thinking about that home street. Look at the numbers there.
4 people. But 4 people from Lucent also defending it. Looks like the B hill is going to be safe. All 5 members of Space Station opting for a push. They did it last round. It did not work. But this time they do have control of the cave, the high side. Jack pushing up, getting tagged up. Look at the Lancer crosses. Almost like laser beams coming from Lucent. Jack goes down early. Not sure who's there for the revive. It's Krim. Doesn't matter. Cougar's going to pick up the kill. 5 on 4 now. And again, Lucent stops the push of Space Station with a beautiful Lancer cross. And now Reaction wants blood.
Perfect shotgunning again. Hydron have no answer. Here comes Craze to try and get a kill back. Don't do it indeed. Craze does hold on.
Yeah,
Stuck
he's
on the
going
rocks,
for a
though.
montage
Numbers.
play, though. Jack, yeah, 4 dead, 3 dead. Stay alive. Back roll. You got away with murder. You should be alive in the first place. Not going to matter, though. Wow. Not going to matter. Jack Reaction hyping up his team, doing what he does best. Number 14 on your screen right there with 10 kills. What is it? 9 kills for Reaction. 9 seconds dead, Toby. That's 1 death, less than 1 death, technically. Wow.
He's having an incredible game.
Not a full 10 seconds.
Only in 2 rounds. See accrued those stats. Fantastic stuff from him. Space Station, another weapon placement. You don't usually see them going 2-0 down at the start of the map. Not usually in this scenario, at least in the European region.
Yep.
Simply going to block the control rooms. Nothing too fancy.
They're so confident.
I'm sure.
They're always so confident in their play. You don't see them make any bold play. I mean, actually, I take that back. Against American teams, you do. But because they show some respect. Against these European teams, they know they have the skill. They just have to close rounds out. We'll see if it is the overconfidence or if it's rightful confidence right now.
And they just want to keep the game as simple as possible. A familiar environment.
Meanwhile, Lucent's been very aggressive with their weapon placement, showing a lot of respect. A lot of drop shots early.
I think Lucent are aware they really do need to outstrat Space Station in order to outperform them.
Yeah.
The raw skill of Space Station is never understated. And,
Too strong. Too strong indeed. On board now with Hydrone. 2 kills, 2 downs for him. We'll flip over to reaction. Of course, we have to keep an eye on him. The way he's performing. Can he keep it up, though, is a question. At this pace, he'll drop a nice 40 bomb if he keeps this up. We'll see if that's true.
Yeah. Lance fire through the smoke. Neither player spotted, I don't think. But the fight is starting over in the arcade of Lucent. As you can see, reaction did start rotating over. Will he get there in time, though? Physics, great damage. He's using that cover up, using it as Phelps tries to go wide. Good stuff from him. Back to basics. But reaction does fall as Crim finds him. Look at the Lancer fire as Crim goes wide. Textbook gameplay from Space Station. As they're really applying the pressure now at A as Craze joins the party.
That Physics does get taken out early. On board now with Crim. Nice angle. He's going to get some good damage in. One member goes down. Not able to get the kill, but that's huge. The difference there in a kill could make the round. One member goes down, that's Hydrone. Revive going to come through. No, he's going to bait the revive, actually. And that bait actually worked. Not worked for long, though, as Crim picks up a double. 3-cap domination comes in. They're not there on time for the B-Hill. And just like that, Space Station gets their first round of the map.
Love that timing from Crim. It was almost as though he just jumped through the meat shield as he dropped it. Going for that up A. And a very smart play of that. They put the first round on the board. Lucent's first opportunity to put down a weapon. Will it be anything too dramatic, significant? Unlike Space Station. Doesn't seem as though that's the case.
I agree with that. You're up 2-1 in rounds. You've been playing very, very well. There's no reason to change things up too drastically. But as I say that, not too drastic. It's a sniper rifle placed over on maintenance side. It's going to open up a chance for the team fighting over the B side of the map, which is interesting because they've been losing that fight. Jack's been having his upper hand. And by the way, Jack has been a great 2v2 player on Forge Blitz and on this map.
Yes, yes. And speaking of Forge Blitz, that sniper rifle was placed at the raised point in the map there, and the control tower by Lucent several times. So they're sticking to what they know best.
True.
A weapon they know they can perform with, it seems. Reaction looming down the middle. He's going to be caught out. He tried to be sneaky, tried to be the icebreaker.
Nice trick strat call.
Known for.
Yep, that's going to be called out.
Yep.
And that's what Jack was doing, actually. He placed that sniper intentionally so he can try and outstrat this team. Not going to work out here. Jack picks up the kill. Reaction also went down, obviously. So 5-on-2, 5-on-3. Make it a 5-on-2. Cougars goes down as well. And this should be a Space Station round. Longer respawn timers, but as they should be, Zorkos takes out Phelpsy and keeps his team alive.
Yeah. Lucent more successful on the home street. Crim did back off, knowing his team won elsewhere. Very execution-esque. So he waits for numbers to return to his side. Crim does open some shots. Zorkos trying to be aggressive. He wins that fight. Meanwhile, Hydron comes on the flank. Zorkos starts kicking off and getting 2 kills on the board. Here comes Fractures out of nowhere. And now, Space Station are left reeling for a second. Phelpsy does get back into it.
Big 1v1 though. Full red is Fractures. He's going to get taken out by Phelpsy. Big double kill from Phelps, as he is going to definitely keep his team in this. 3 dead right there for Space Station. Jack, meanwhile, wins a 1v1 on the other side of the map. And a nice job by Space Station. Now the tide has turned. 3 dead for Lucent. Perhaps a little over-aggressive, though, from Phelpsy. He gets taken out.
Yep, no one nearby to help him out on that one. Points-wise, we're pretty much dead on. Dead even for both these teams. And marks for reaction, which he used to great effectiveness earlier. Brings the overhead for a second. Lucent rotating over to the B-Hill. 2 players only for Space Station in that area. Them getting landed just a little bit. But Rocks control for Space Station on this side of the map.
Cougars now over, speaking of Rocks, towards the Rock side of the B-Hill. 1 member down for the COG team. That gives them an opportunity elsewhere. Are they going to take it, though? Revive does come through for both teams.
Yeah, Lucent aggressive. They got the cap. They're trying to pull out. Zorkus is still in the mix, though. Quick pickup from Praise. That's not going to work out. Just as it didn't for Fractures earlier. Was it snipe dropped? Of course it was. That's in the hands of Cougars. He tries to aim through that control room. Will he stay there for that shot? Yes, he will. Not going to connect, though. The reaction from Space Station is to push on that home street.
Keep in mind, Cougars being alone with the sniper leaves this team in a 4-on-4. So that's a wide open, neutral opportunity for Space Station to win this fight. Fair game here. Cougars needs to rotate quickly.
He's staying on that side of the map, though. I think the goal once again for Lucent is to play it slow and win by points. They're just developing a score lead in the closing moments of this round. Zorkus rotating back, so no triple cap opportunity for Space Station on that side of the map. Sniper shot comes through. We can see that from the side angle. That could be the stagger of the spawn necessary to secure this round for them.
Yep, Phelpsy knows he needs to get in the hill. Nice body check from Cougars. Big 1v1, both members down. Huge plays from Cougars and Co. And a little bit of a teabag here. A little bit of disrespect and a Y button. And the crowd's going to get riled up as well.
That's him standing up.
Wow.
He knows he performed
Yes,
in
he
that
does.
round.
Yes, he does.
He knows it.
He's going to make sure they know it too.
But yeah, that headshot, of course, it looked beautiful. Very aesthetically pleasing from the side. But it was just much more effective in its effect in the round, shall we say. And of course, Space Station ended up losing perhaps because of that in the end. Boom shot looming, no, not going to be the case. It's a bit back and forth, honestly, in this home street. Both teams trading successive pushes. I'd argue Lucent have been successful for the most part. And Sniper, clearly, has been utilised to great effect for Lucent. What's it going to be for the opening strands on this side? It's going to be just the same. 3v3 over on maintenance side of the map. Reaction doesn't
Let's take a
fancy himself pushing down that corridor once
Take a
again.
quick look at the overhead map if we can, Toby. I think you might be able to check what weapon is placed. Never mind, I'll take that back. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yep.
Bad call. I was trying to see what weapon is placed high, so I thought we could
Or not
peek
block,
and see it.
rather. It's on top of rocks. Indeed. Oh, great shotgun from Cougars. He's starting to light up. He's got the sniper in hand. Looking for the control room. He's had that call out. He's got the spot on the screen. As this numbers game is favouring Lucent now, will they apply pressure? Spawn timer, of course, but more suited to the triple cap now.
And
the fifth round.
one thing, you need to be smart with this sniper. I'm always very critical of snipers that will sit perched by themselves, will isolate themselves from the rest of the map, because reality is it's not as strong of a weapon as it was in Gears Ultimate Edition. It's still a strong weapon, but missing a sniper shot means you're not in the fight. Not being in the fight means your team's at a 5-on-4 disadvantage. You got to make sure you're either making an impact with it or putting yourself in a position to take out your pistol and help out.
Yep. Like to see Cougar just make sure he stays alive now with the snipe. He knows Space Station are trying really hard to get control of this map and potentially take him out. Rightfully so, continuing to back off. Jack is looming in the smoke. Hydrone trying to fight. This is exactly the situation you were talking about.
Yep.
Reaction was fighting.
Left
Cougars trying to
1v2.
shoot. Not a single shot hit, and as such, it was essentially a 2v1 while Cougars was watching from the distance. Only one shot remaining.
You put all your eggs in one basket of hitting that sniper shot. If you don't, then Jack loses the 2v1. You're in a 5-on-4 disadvantage, and B Hill in favor of Space Station. That's a prime example here.
I think a nice rule for the individuals at home. Fire a shot quickly, and if it doesn't connect, get your pistol out or shotgun. It's a safe approach to the situation. Hydro is just going to get it back now after getting body checked by Cougars. Score-wise, it's fairly even. Phelpsy getting the insend. We know how good he is with it, with said weapon. Cougars still looming at the maintenance area, though.
Hydro puts himself in a pretty bad spot, going for a cheeky quick shot. And Cougar's going to make him pay. Cougar's going for the double. 1 versus 1. Making it 1v2, as that's actually going to be the rotation that comes through. Cougars needs to value his life. His teammate picks up the kill. 2 dead right now. Craze gets taken out. So does Jack. That's 3 dead. And it's round number 5. So 18-second respawn timers in this one. Reaction, looking to make it a 5-on-1. He does so. He picks up the headshot. Needs to be cautious now as the C Hill is going to be broken. The respawns will be coming. It's Hydrone. Will he get there on time? No, Hydrone gets the break. Huge plays from Hydrone, but he finally gets shut down as well.
Phelpsy still in no man's land. He can't reach a hill in time. He's stuck on rocks. And Lucent Esports have a 4-1 lead on this third map. Who would have predicted it as Jack Reaction starts getting loud?
Wow, Jack is getting loud indeed. looking at him and pointing at his brain. Something tells me he's telling them he has no brain cells. That's his favorite expression. That's going to be on his grave, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
The rest
You've
of the
got
world.
no brain cells, quote.
Rest in peace, Jack Reaction.
22-second spawn timer. But I think the more important variable that's changed in this round upcoming is that boom shot on your screen. We've seen it plenty of times from Spacestation in EU. It's not a strat Lucent are unfamiliar with by any stretch. Sending one player are Lucent. I'm sure that's Cougars to the snipe to make a difference. It's a 5v4. Eggs are in one basket here, especially as they try and change things up.
I guess you can watch that boom shot, though. The boom shot wasn't grabbed yet. Reaction dies, though. That's costly. They got first blood. Physics killed Jack. And now Reaction dying opens up a wide opportunity for this. Hydrone on the flank. Cougars nowhere to be found here with the sniper. And all of his team is just dying. It's a horrible strat call for Lucent. No reason for Cougar to go to that side of the map.
I think Spacestation are very happy at the numbers they found at this one. At this side. Cougars slap in hand, though. Ooh, Hydron spots him. Rodion strafes around. I mean, Cougars, he's prevent the triple cap for now, but you'd expect Spacestation to take advantage and be able to take down the next respawn wave. Cougars will fall as the numbers catch up with him. B-Hill being captured. One player left on the B-Hill. Will he break it? Indeed he will, but for how long? Fractures actually gets killed over there. Lucent are holding on for now.
Yeah, and this B-Hill fight's so interesting. Finally, the boom shot's going to come in and clean up the job. I think he has one more boom shot as well. But the B-Hill fight is interesting because you can stay alive for a long time. You can really force your hand. And wow, Fractures, go to the pocket, go to the left, go to the pocket, and L-trigger. There's no boom shot that can kill you right there. You're almost invincible. Instead, he puts himself in a pretty bad spot and gets himself taken out here. Shout out to my man Elliot. I appreciate you on the side here.
I think he was a little bit confused. Yep. He was in the middle of two decisions, right? Am I going to roll and try and bait, or am I going to roll and cover and get back?
Yeah. Still, I'm not sure if that's why they lost the round. Strat call was why they lost the round. That's big. I mean, they got first blood. If Cougars is there, that's a 5-on-4. I think they could be up 5-1 right now in the second half. I mean, that is huge. Spacestation can get some momentum now, can string some rounds together. 4-2, much more manageable for Spacestation.
Reaction won the 1v in the middle, would have balanced things out, and then there would be an advantage for them. But yeah, I guess it is eggs in one basket that they are successful in that sense.
Look at this push that comes through, though. Jack taken out. Zorko's taken out. 4-on-4 situation. Fracture is going to come out on top in the 1v. Oh, sorry, making the 2v against Hydrone. And meanwhile, speaking of 1vs, Physics getting annihilated by Phelpsy. Phelpsy had full health there.
So Spacestation are going to try and set up on this side of the map. Meanwhile, Lucent were successful on the home street. Nice angle from the arcade from Phelpsy, forcing Fractures to move, and he's even getting lanted through the middle. Spacestation are following his every move. Revive does come through for now, though. Cougars on his own. He's going to get pinched here eventually. I think he's starting to try and run through the control room. Seeing if he can bait a player into a shot. Not going to happen. A little bit of support, but Spacestation really looking for that numbers advantage now.
Yep, Hydrone going to take out Cougars. And now, like you said, they do have a numbers advantage, but Hydrone so hurt right now, able to sneak away, so slippery. Gosh, like I said earlier in the tournament, he is. If you had a stat for most time full red, Hydrone would win in that category, and that's a compliment. He manages to stay red without getting downed, and he
also aggressive.
Also aggressive, exactly, which is a good thing.
It's the presence, presence in the map.
Presence everywhere. Yep. Soaking a lot of damage, which opens up opportunities for his teammates elsewhere. Craze takes out Cougars. Crim full red, somehow still alive, finally gets taken out by Physics. Physics only 4 kills and 6 downs for him. Looking for him to heat up. Plays more of a support role typically. Gets the revive chain comes through. Physics wants the, I thought he was going to go for a mantle kick, Reaction dies. Huge 2v1, Physics gets the down here, he's down, there's a revive chain going to come through, yes it does. But look at this, no revive picked up. Physics went for the up A instead. His teammate died, he died, and now it's Spacestation with a perfect opportunity, already up by 50 points.
Spacestation are aware where Zorkos is. I think he was trying to hide that in the back line. Reaction immediately spamming X, knowing that Zorkos could get down. Smart stuff from him, but Spacestation, they have a big score lead developing. They have map control, and they're going for this triple cap, John.
Yep, good opportunity for Spacestation. Actually, they're just going for a break. Smart decision. Look at the lead that they have. They went off of 1, and they have 2 hills right now. They're in a good situation as Spacestation, especially when Crim's picking up kills on Reaction like that.
He's caught out Phelpsy here. Close for the up A. Phelpsy does die, though. He's not able to recover. There come the reinforcements. Lucent, they're going to be able to get control of F. Fracture's pushing up. Crim says no. They don't need 1 hill. Do Spacestation to win out on this one. Holding on to the E hill.
Yeah, it's been more than enough for them. Hydro picks up a kill just to make sure Adds insult to injury. I think even physics knows it. And Space Station, 2 rounds in a row, digging their way back into this one. 4-3 is the score. 205. 207, of course, is that magic number. But everyone in the room, everyone in the round knows that this one is over.
Okay, 1 round behind our Space Station now. It's 4-1 down before. Now 2 rounds in a row, 1 behind. So Space Station clearly still in this game, despite the hype being developed by Lucent.
Reaction's really quieted down. 9 kills in 2 rounds. 5 kills, I believe, ever since. Yeah, not that he
started off strong,
poorly, but
for sure. The strat's changed. Not being able to be as effective here. Zorkos, meanwhile, is actually going to elect to play as a snipe down at the maintenance again. So expect Cougars to go for that once again. They did succeed actually on the initial, did Lucent on the home street at least. See if that changes now, as the snipe might draw a little bit more attention in said area. Let's see. 2v2 over at the E-Hill as well. So a match strat from both teams here. Fracture trying to be the more proactive player in this battle. Pushing up, Jack and Curry is very much aware though.
He has 2 stun right there. He survived and come through. If he had 2 stun, I would like to see Cougars get a little loose there. Throw smokes and get loose. Shot to demo bounce. Who retired recently. Breaks my heart to see.
Very sad indeed.
On board now with Cougar. 7 kills, 11 downs for him. 165 seconds dead. E-Hill still not capped. A little bit of a standoff here on both sides of the map. Not many power weapons to change things up, but Lucent wants to play with aggression.
Very risky push. They pushed on both sides. Respect the Space Station have the damage advantage. They read it like a book.
Cougars.
Cougars in zone.
Yeah, he needs to play a lot more aggressive there. He left his teammate to dry, but this is where Cougars excels in 1v2s. He takes out Craze. Jack on the flank, though, shuts him down.
He's going to get the snipe as well. Reaction dies in the middle, too.
Hydro.
Down the corridor.
17 and 18. That is pure, and only 128 seconds dead. What a showing from Hydro in game number 3 right now. Jeez, it's only about 12 or 13 deaths total in the whole series.
The numbers don't lie. Haven't seen much from him, gameplay-wise, but he's certainly been working in the shadows. Shout out to Shadows, by the way. Amazing player.
Yeah, he performed this
A
weekend.
mini toy soldier. That is what I'm going to call him for now.
Hydro backing out and resetting. Sniper, I think, in the hands of someone on Lucent. Not sure exactly if that's the case, if Cougars has it. Or
Crazed actually has it now.
has
It was Jack who picked it up, and then
Dude,
rotated it over to Crazed. Things have slowed down dramatically. So quiet is Lift. It's a game of strategy now. Lucent planning their attack. E-Hill not captured, so they do have time.
Crazy to get tagged up. Now using the sniper. Looking at wide to Spong in the back out for a smoke. Or maybe here comes a push. Yes, nice smoke right there. Nice call from Phelpsy. He sees something. Oh my goodness, he's gonna want that one back.
Just missing physics through the smoke. But here comes Lucent reaction. They fly through the middle, actually. Gets body checked as a reaction, but he's still flying ahead. Hydro staying alive for as long as he can. Can he keep the 1 kill? No, somehow he still gets away with his 2 downs. Now he cleans up the kill. Now he cleans up the second. Can he get the third? So be insane if he can. Nope, the roll does not favor him. Zorkos will get pinched. Hydron has done his job.
A 1 versus 3, and Hydron takes out 2. Not many players can do that as effectively as Hydron. Phelpsy takes out another. Jack going to pick up a kill, of course, earlier. And now, Space Station, just moments away from tying this up. 3 straight rounds here if they can secure this one. And it looks like no one will be in sight to grab that D-Hill. This should be a Space Station round. So well played.
Body check, that's the last snipe. Shotgun. As Lucent need to fly if they have any hope of getting back in this round. Doesn't seem like they do have a chance. In fact, 4-4 now. 3 rounds in a row for Space Station. As that was a much slower paced round, wasn't it, John? Things slowed right down.
Yeah, it was an interesting one. Not one we're used to seeing in Gears Esports, where, of course, we're used to the fast-paced, in-your-face action. Yeah, especially in Europe. You're right. That's always been the case ever since Gears War 1. And Dignitas came over in Toronto. Got 3rd place out of nowhere just because their playstyle was so aggressive, so unorthodox, no one was expecting it. Look at the stat line, though. 16 for Krim, 19 and 20 for Hydro. 19 and 20. He has more downs than almost 3 members of his team combined. That's just absolutely insane.
He's been the proactive player now, and kept describing Jack as being. Ah, hello, little friend. Boom shot. Ooh. Once again on the deck here, and it's on the neutral hill. So it is going to be a very, very important place now, so he only needs one player to capture the home hill. Sniper's still there though, so just like reclaimed earlier with the incense and reaction and Krim, there's chance for players to push in that 1B. It's actually Gugas who goes for the kill and takes out Hydrone. Gets the angle. Triple kill potential if Lucent do win the initial here, but it's going the way of Space Station as it stands. They should be able to get this boom shot revive chain galore. Lucent trying to hold on with Lancer Fire. Physics and Zorkos. Two French players lancering the way through.
Yeah, well done right there by Space Station. We said the reason that Lucent was in this at one point in this match is because they're outstratting Space Station. Really, ever since it's been Space Station all day. Outstratting in the first half, outstratting in this map right here. As soon as that boom shot was placed, Space Station has been superior in the calls, in my opinion.
Smart position from Phelpsy this round. Great decision making. He positions perfectly for the next phase of play. Gets the angle immediately on Physics. He should... Nope, he's not going to go down, but Phelpsy might actually push this. The roll. Is it going to favor him? Blinks the triple cap again, but he will get dropped. Reaction gets a kill elsewhere meanwhile. That's on the platform. Pushing through maintenance to find Hydrone. Doesn't fall for the turnaround. The points are in Space Station's favor, but the numbers are clearly in favor of Lucent.
Yeah, they're not going to get a 3 cap out of this. They're only going to get a 2 cap, but they're so far behind, it's going to take them a long time to catch up. They need to win this fight over at E-Hill, and they're not going to even be able to do so, it looks like. Jack in a good spot. Full red is Zorkos. Needs the help of his team. Where is it? Revive comes through. Jack goes down. Revive chain for the red team. Finally, the reinforcements come for Lucent. They pick up one. Jack goes down. And look at these revives. Last down, Zorkos dies to Phelpsy's hand. And such a good job by Space Station shooting for each other and staying alive here.
Big push from Crazed. It's a trade as players fall on both sides. The blinking of the triple is upon us as Krim. Can he do anything? Kugas does run off. I'm not sure if he's aware that Krim is there. Now he does turn around, but Jack is there on time to prevent the triple.
Not going to cap the hill, though, is Jack. So, no hills in favor of Space Station. Finally, that's what Lucent needs to get themselves back into this one. This one's going to go to the distance this round, by the way. If you thought you were going to win off a triple cap, think again. Boomshot will be respawning soon, though. Very, very soon. That should be in the hands of Lucent. Lucent needs to outplay here. But no, it's Zorkos that gets isolated. Nice job by Fractures, though.
Hydra not aware. Fractures gets that sniper rifle.
Needs a rotate.
Shot going to be in play soon. Yep, there it is. Reaction picks it up. Physics trying to run away. Keep hold of the numbers. Let the boom shot do the work. Reaction bakes it down perfectly.
Yeah, but that's a 1-for-1 with a boom shot out. That's not worth it, in my opinion.
Jack trying to bait a boom shot or push it at least. Not too many options. He's stuck in that box.
Huge play from Phelpsy. Phelpsy takes out one. 1v against Jack. Jack's going to miss the roll. Straightaway shot. He's now fighting a 1v2. He downs one. Can he get the meat shield? No, doesn't even want it. He wants blood. He's going to get it. 2 kills picked up for Reaction. The crowd reacts here. Going for the reverse reaction shot. Looking for the 1v. He picks up Craze. 22 kills and counting for Reaction here.
He's not done yet, John. He's looking for Jack. He's got the right-hand advantage. While Nail's being capped, I question now. Lucent have had a numbers advantage for quite a while. This perhaps is the reason there. Hydron does finally fall on home straight, and Cougars starts pushing over to the D-Hill.
Yeah, this should be a Lucent round here. 186 to 89. So when it was 80 to 10, we thought Space Station was in complete control. Lucent has really dominated the mid and end game here. 200. Of course, 207 is the magic number. E-Hill being decapped, not going to matter here. Lucent Esports finally going to stop the winning streak of this Space Station squad. They come out on top, and look at Reaction, letting him know what he just did to them.
I wonder what he was screaming. I should have died. You should have killed me. But no, you did not.
How do you let that happen? You have no brain cells.
How so?
Period.
You have no brain cells at the end. Indeed. And that's exactly why Lucent didn't go for the triple cap in the end. They did develop such a big score lead, and the plays from Reaction cemented that victory for sure. Good job from that individual. Good job from the Lucent team. Block. It's going to come in for Krim in the control room. And so, special attention needed to the opening strat now for both teams as we approach that 1st to 7 mark. Final map. Yeah, final map actually. Potentially.
In the first series.
Space Station can take this one.
Yeah.
Lucent can take Lift. They force a second series in this grand final.
I like these strats much better. Evenly matched. Reaction playing with such aggression, maybe ill-advised. He's actually just baiting for that boom shot. Boom shot in the hands of Zorkos. He takes out one, but Hydrone and Phelpsy are going to take out 2. Big kills from Hydrone. Who is it? None other than Hydrone himself. And the 1 versus 1 mid-map goes huge with the double kill on the flank. such a playmaker in this map, 23 and 24, keeping the pattern alive.
Yep, they lost on the deck, and Hydron was able to even up the numbers. Zorkus has a boom shot. Great dodge from Hydron, still being that proactive player that he needs to be. The break comes in from Cougars. Players are respawning and flying into the hill, but there is still Hydron getting the kills necessary. It's like Optic Gaming, there's outslaying over and over again, right in front of that triple cap. Opportunity there on the home hill, 55-second round. Brilliant stuff from Spacestation.
Yep, and that really, again, it was Hydron. He wins the 1v in the middle. He flanks, gets another kill, flanks, gets another kill. That allows him to open things up. Of course, Phelpsy helped out as well by drawing first blood for his team up on the boom shot side. I like the quick pick strat. I like the bait from Reaction, but you got to be able to finish. You got to be able to stay alive, and ultimately that 1 versus 1 in the middle was crucial. I'm not sure who's fighting it, but Hydron is on a tear right now.
Hammerburst down at Crane and Exhaust.
Yeah.
Both teams change things too much, especially given that they're not up straight away on this map. Strat-wise, seeing more of the same. 4v4 on the deck. Will Lucent go for another quick pickup? Doesn't seem like, yeah, it looks like Spacestation are the most aggressive. Cougar's really testing that home street again. It's now Phelpsy going for the quick pickup and getting it in his hands.
All blue at the bottom left of your screen. Boom shot in the hands of Phelpsy. Picks up a kill with it. That's 4 dead. Last up is Fractures. It's looking bleak for Lucent Esports. He goes down. That's going to be a 3-cap domination. We will now be match point right now. Tournament point, grand finals point. Spacestation 1 round away from being your EGL Liverpool champions. Can they do it? Can they close this out in this one? Wow.
They've clawed their way back into this map. And now 1 round away from finalizing yet another EGL Gears Open victory. Lucent have been playing extremely well. And
Torquebo.
Oh yeah, Torquebo.
It is going to be a Torquebo high side. We have it hidden on the left side screen for us. So Torquebo placed on the high side. Not going to matter too much here. Of course, that high side actually, because the map is on a lift, a literal elevator, the map doesn't drop until about 30, 45 seconds into the game. That's when that Torquebo will be into effect. So it comes down to the initial fight at the boom shot here. More of the same. Hydron in a 1v. Big fight up top as well. It's going to be Fractures that gets the first kill. He gets taken out after. 4-on-4 situation. Crazed. Now, in a world of hurt, full red boom shot grab by Zorkos. He didn't make the most of it last time, but look at Phelpsy coming out of nowhere. Phelpsy takes out 1. Zorkos is dead. Spacestation in a perfect chance and opportunity to close this out. Boom shot in the hands of Phelpsy. Last member alive is Cougars. He has to hold off an army of Spacestation members. Easier said than done. Boom shot in his hands. Jack coming off of spawn. Cougars needs to get in that FL. He needs to get there quick. I don't think he'll get there on time. Cougars gonna get taken down, and just like that, there you have it. Spacestation with a phenomenal second half takes over, wins the match, and ladies and gentlemen, Spacestation in their debut under a new organization are your EGL Liverpool 20K champions. A round of applause and congratulations to Spacestation, and give it up to all competitors here in Europe for what has been a remarkable showing, an amazing tournament, and we could not have asked for a better regional event here on European soil. What an amazing turnout, Toby. Some great events. For sure, an amazing grand finals. We saw Lucent Esports do the unthinkable. They win map number 1. Map number 2, of course, Spacestation was able to bring it back. And then map number 3, Lucent up 4-1. And Spacestation was able to make the comeback successful. Can you believe what we just saw?
Well, my oh my, gentlemen. That was probably the best grand final I think we've seen at any EGL event so far. A fantastic showing by Lucent Esports, of course, but well, congratulations again. It's Spacestation Gaming showing that they are dominant. They came back, you know, they reverse sweeped that first series, and what a fantastic series it was.
Yeah, seriously, every single moment, every single round was so intense down to the wire. I got to give my hat off and a lot of respect to Lucent Esports. The fact that they put on a show in the way that they did. None of us, the 3 of us here, expected. You called it 2-1. Actually, I called it 2-1. Hold on. Prediction stays true. Timeout. I take that back. But still, deep down, I thought
You called it 2-1?
In that case,
Did
up
you
top,
call it 2-1?
Up top.
Oh.
2-1's Toby. A little behind here. A little behind on the 8 ball. But not many people expected Lucent to do what they did. And it really says a lot about their character as a team, as a squad, the leader in Jack Reaction to put up such a show. Yeah,
and that man, and I don't want to take the glory from Spacestation for too long, but this is the return of Jack Reaction. 100%. This squad has been together for 2-3 weeks. It's a very, very new squad. And they proved a point here today. They proved a point. They are practiced. They're looking strong. And come San Diego, that is a team to watch, for sure.
Yep, I could not agree more. I think this Lucent squad will be a force to be reckoned with. We saw them do some big things under the Supremacy brand and the Lucent brand at New Orleans. Those two teams, of course, merged. A Spanish team, a French team, of course, Reaction, the man from the UK also doing some big things. It's an interesting squad with an interesting dynamic, a great storyline. I wish nothing more than their success in San Diego here in 6 weeks.
That's right. But let's talk about the winners, shall we? Spacestation Gaming. We asked questions. Is this roster still as strong as it was? With the Marsh beforehand, I think the answer is yes. They showed true resilience in that game there, going down. Quite obviously, the crowd was in the favor of Lucent. Everyone likes the underdog story, right? But they did show resilience.
Yeah, I think I've praised the new member in Jack, aka Godfax, more than anybody this event, right? It was the Cougar show last time, but honestly, Jack, Godfax, he's impressed me so much. His proactivity at times has been second to none. We thought he looked like mental.
Yeah, honestly,
we referred to mental in that map. Perfect movement all times, not too fast, not too flashy. When he needs to be fast, he starts bouncing and becoming unpredictable in that sense. Always baiting, being proactive in any situation he's in. Shotgun on point, etc. And even then, Phelpsy, we've heard from him that he wants to see him be a bit more aggressive throughout this tournament and play a bit more like the previous member of Marsh, despite us thinking as talent that he was playing that support role quite well and quite a nice fit for Space Station. Clearly, he can do it all, that player, and I think he's cemented himself in this team. No criticism for that individual in this event.
And completely agreed. I think he is in the running for MVP of this tournament. The way he performed the last two matches, winners bracket final and championship final, he played so great individually. But to your point, Fru, about the Space Station squad, some of the doubts coming in about this roster, this is, you guys correct me if I'm wrong here, you've casted almost every EGL. This is the weakest we've seen Space Station in terms of dominance of the tournament. We usually see them 7-1, 7-0, not drop a map. They dropped the map in the grand final. So I don't know, you can't say it's because of Godfex. You can't say it's because of the replacement of Marsh. Maybe it's a team forming some chemistry. It's a team issue more than it's an individual issue. But do you think it's Lucent Esports playing very well, or was it Space Station maybe showing some weakness?
For me, it's the competition. They did look ever so slightly weaker, but you're always going to be weaker when you're making a last-minute change to your roster. It's just a fact, right? But the competition this weekend has been immense. The amount of round 13s we've seen on that stage behind us has been credit to that. And, Lucent, Regal as well, Regal coming away in third place, they showed up. And your big-time slayers, your Shadows, your Strikers, your Dragon, they all showed up this weekend.
Yep. So I got to ask you guys, and this is some excellent post-tournament analysis here. Toby and I talked about this in an earlier broadcast, and this time you have to give a real answer, no cop-out answer.
Oh, no.
I'm going to ask it. Assuming that Space Station stays together, assuming Lucent Esports, after a great performance, stays together, you guys would agree there's still a hefty amount of talent in the pool in Europe. Marsh is a key storyline in all of this. I know we've been talking about it quite significantly all weekend. I've seen the chat talking about it quite often as well. A big shout out to Marsh, who's a great individual player and a top guy. But he can throw a huge wrench in the international mix, not just in Europe, but the international mix with what he decides to do. If he decides to continue to compete, if he decides to pick up a roster, I think he has that it factor. So assuming those two rosters stay together, what is the best five in Europe that Marsh should play with to put it and potentially compete with Space Station for that number one spot? Fru, I'm going to start with you. I know it's a big one.
That's a very big question. Okay, so we start with Marsh, obviously.
And assuming he can play with anyone he wants outside of those 10 players.
Outside of Lucent
and
outside
Space Station. Anyone he wants in all of Europe.
You go straight to Baghdad and say, hey, I want you.
Yeah.
100%. He's sat at home and he's missing from this competition. Definitely so. You go to Kenny. I want to see this as more of a French roster. You go to Kenny, you ask Kenny to come up. He's been missing for a while, and he's a very good player, but he's never had that shot at the top, really. You go back to Strikers.
You keep Strikers in the mix, huh?
You go back
three
to Strikers.
French, French and Marsh.
Three French so far, and then you go to Shadows.
Shadows is the last one. Throw a Spanish in there. Interesting situation. That's very interesting. I agree with part of that. Do you think Baghdad still has it, though, in Gears of War 4? Look, I'm a big Baghdad fan. I have been for a long time. In my opinion, he was a top 5, top 10 player, top 3, top 2 in Europe for sure, in Gears Ultimate Edition. But do you think he has it in Gears 4?
Yes, 100%. We saw him over, not NOLA, but the previous event. And
Vegas.
He was one round away from top 6.
Yeah.
Where, that was his old team. And I think with some of these new breed talents, he could 100% be up there.
Toby, I'll leave it to you. Your best 5 that Marsh should play with.
In that 5, I'd love to see J-Rage. I'd love to
Boom.
see. He played amazingly this event. Aerox, we talk about Lucent, we talk about Regal.
You forgot Aerox in your mix, my friend.
I didn't forget Aerox.
You didn't?
I just wouldn't include them.
Okay.
Aerox had an incredible event. As players, they did amazingly. J-Rage, the MVP for that team. For me, he's always consistently performing. I think you mentioned it on broadcast, actually, that Phelpsy believes he's still a, top 10 player?
Yep.
In Europe?
Top 10 in Europe.
Yeah, top 10 in Europe. It's got to be J-Rage, it's got to be Marsh in there. Baghdad, I actually really respect Baghdad. I think he would be able to return after a short break from Gears 4 and be able to gel with them. That's 3. Shadows is a potential impact player. He's a really quick up-and-comer. He's kind of like that impact player that God plays toy soldier.
Speaks no English,
fast.
almost no English, though. Does that affect them?
Speaks no English. Who knows about the communication situation after Lucent?
That's a good point.
Who knows what's possible in Gears of War? Yeah, I think Shadows could be, if we're looking for a dream team, a really impact team to make a big difference in the rankings, I think you need something special, and I think Shadows can really bring that kind of like a Cougar-style player to really make an impact. Oh, I'd like to see Shadows in there. Yeah.
Last but not least?
Last but not least. That's a tough one. There's a lot of options, actually, to fill that one out. I think somebody like Sammy, for example, that he's got the pedigree on paper, the experience. He played very well this event. You really need like a smart player, extremely smart player to round out such a high impact team and slay heavy team, such as like Shadows and Marsh. Yeah, I think Sammy's got experience with J-Rage as a teammate. Yeah, I think Sammy would slot in quite nicely with that team as well.
That's a solid roster. That's a very solid roster. If I had to pick 4 players, and again, the talent pool is immense, I'm going to lean with maybe a hybrid of the two of you. I agree. Baghdad, I think, has the experience. He's competed in the pro circuit. I think that's a shoe, and he speaks good English, can communicate as well. Baghdad, Marsh on one team. They pick up Shadows. I agree with you. He's such a good individual player. You need that individual player, undoubtedly. And then you also go to the Aerox roster. I think J-Rage. And then I also think little Ashens. I know it's a bold statement, but he showed so much this tournament, and I think what's most important is not just the on-paper skill, but you got to have the right psyche, the right mentality, and be a good teammate. And I saw so much out of his character. He seems like a standout guy, not just a great individual player. So.
All right, well, we are about to jump to an interview on stage. Just before we do that, just want to shout out GT Omega, obviously, huge help to this event. Turtle Beach as well, Microsoft, the Coalition as well, always great to work alongside those. We're going to sign off now. We are going to send it to the stage. We've got an interview with the winners, Space Station Gaming. Elliot, over to you.
Thank you very much, Fru. I am on the stage with your winners, Space Station GG. Phelpsy, I've got a couple of questions for you, my man. How you feeling? Close encounter? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, hats off to them. I mean, that's probably the most competition we've ever had in Europe. They went off that game, but I just think it was down to them just wanting it more than they wanted to breathe, really.
Sure, wanting it more than they want to breathe. That's a very bold statement, but fair play. So plans for San Diego, it's coming up in September. Just out of interest, what's your plans, Jack, the new edition? What are you looking to do leading up to that event?
We're probably going to get straight back into scrims, to be honest. It's like 6 weeks away. Just stay up, scrim Americans. I mean, our scrims were good online, but we've been sloppy this event. Jack's been a good addition, obviously, but that literally just come down to the team, not anything to do with the swap at all.
Sure. And obviously, speaking about Jack, the addition of Jack SSG, how's it been, him settling in? What's been going on? Have you guys changed anything at all in your scrims? Has he changed? Has he taken a new position in this team? What's been happening?
Well, he's come into the team trying to do what he did for his team, like play more shots and support, but with like trying to get him into the role that, say, Marsh was doing in our team, like more aggressive, play for kills all the time. That's really the only change. Few positions, that's about it.
Yeah, I think we had a couple of conversations at the last event. Last event, but obviously when you picked him up, but you're kind of taking him under your wing in a sense. Is that correct?
What, my wing?
Yeah, your wing specifically.
I wouldn't say so. We're a team. We're a family.
Mr. Miyagi, Phelpsy.
No, stop that.
Okay, no worries. So your scrim time leading up to, I know you kind of briefly mentioned it, leading up to San Diego. Obviously, are you going to be looking to scrim more Americans? Go kind of to that kind of 6 a.m. slot to try and get as much practice in as possible?
Well, yeah, we've actually been doing it for since we picked up Jack a week ago, whatever it's been. So we played for probably about 4 or 5 days, Americans. So we're probably going to continue doing it until the event, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Phelpsy. And guys, could we in the crowd get a massive round of applause for your winners? Space Station GG!